thing is, like, the Power Ranger, the yellow one was a man. She's got a bulge and everything. But when you like watch the show,
it's a girl.
It's Trini, the girl, right? So only when like they show her not with the fucking suit on, she's a girl. But whenever she's in the suit, dude, that's a guy. So like if you crushed on Trini, anytime she's in that suit, dude.
Oh, wow.
Crushing on a dude. So which I did. Which is why.
Mike's like, I know this so specifically because I was jerking off to a guy in a yellow suit for years.
First of all, I was like 7, so like pre-jerk off. But like, yeah, if I was going to, yeah, dude, I would have jerked off to a dude. And I would have been upset about it because
you're homophobic. We got it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because you were misled.
I was misled.
Exactly. False advertising.
Yeah.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
I like that.
Blueberry, and
dude, I'm a sucker for marketing, and beers like this have my number. Oh, yeah. So they have my fucking number.
Like, we'll start with this. This is their Thrills Kills Halloween Jammer. It's a blood red blend of strawberry, sweet cherry, dragon fruit, and raspberry.
Oh my god!
It's a collab with another.
Talk fruity to me. Fruity speaks to me.
That's what all of these are. That's what I brought. I'm a sour.
Yeah,
nerd.
I like sours.
All my buddies are IPA snobs. I'm a sour guy.
I like sours, but after 1 or 2, man, it's like,
It can be a bit much at times.
It can be a bit much.
Definitely be a bit much at times. But hey, you gotta fucking settle in.
I love a sour.
And some of them, to be fair, they call them sour beers, but they're not. Like, they're just diabetes in a can, basically.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about craft beers in general. Sometimes it's not even beer. It's like, this is a smoothie, or this is
if you hand this to a Pasadena hillbilly guy that's in his 60s and said, here, drink this beer, he's going to be like, that's not fucking beer, man. Like,
yeah.
To them, that's Coors Light. You know what I mean? That's
well.
Miller Time.
Are you doing something intentionally here?
Yeah, we're mixing this.
Okay.
So, these are and if you look on it even gives you on the can. See the little instruction?
Oh wow.
They at the brewery, the girl
best stored upside down.
Yeah.
I saw if you flip it upside down and spin it.
Yeah, so these are a little thick, man. I mean, we talked about all the stuff that's in there, right? So you'll see when we open this bad boy up. It's not like once again, it's not like a normal beer when you pour it out. It's going to look like a smoothie.
Interesting. Yeah. And there's like, is there names for all that? There's a head and there's a fucking, or no. Isn't it like wine where there's all these fancy names to like.
Like the robe?
So like
there's all kind of shit.
Wine, you have.
Cunts.
Well,
there's cunts in every hobby. Anything you get into, it's like there's cunts about it.
I'm sure by the time this.
Can you pull this closer to me?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure by the time this is done, we'll have gathered. I've tried a lot of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
I'm a jackass of all trades. And I have never heard more truer words than there are cunts in every hobby. Right? And unfortunately, throughout my life, I've found myself in the cuntiest of circles. Drag racing, drift racing, beer. The beer snob COVID run that happened.
Interesting. I don't even know. It sounds like a fucking marathon fundraiser.
No. There was like during COVID, all these breweries struggling to stay in business, stay relevant with lockdowns, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of them are getting creative. They're making shit like this.
Right.
Because they need to bring in everyone, not just beer drinkers. They need to make much money as possible.
And there's so many. It's a flooded market, no pun intended.
Flooded is 20 years ago.
Right.
Flooded. You know what I mean? I mean, there are some places, Loudoun County, Virginia, I always use as an example, like they hold the record for the most per capita or per geographical area breweries.
Really?
Like,
shout out Loudoun County.
Loudoun County, somebody's going to flame me if they hear it. There's like between 40 and 60. Let's say that. I don't want to quote an exact number, but like in a 20-mile radius, like that many breweries they do a trail. You can get a bus. And shit.
Really?
That's
tight.
Yeah. So
make a day out of it.
There's places that have thrived on it, touristy kind of places and stuff. But unfortunately, where we live, you don't really get a lot of that, right? It's too spread, too far and in between. Yeah. So during COVID, a lot of breweries kind of got creative, and you had these guys that were always into the craft scene. You know what I mean? They had been in their dudes our age. It ain't like they've been doing this shit for 70 years. So to say you've done something for 10 years is kind of crazy to me. But I digress. They were like torching new beer. Oh, you're just COVID beer. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, this is what we're doing? Like, we're talking about drinking shit in a can.
And they were like...
They were getting serious about it.
Being
like,
away about it?
Oh, yeah, feeling a type of way. I'm like...
Because it was new?
Because it was
you were
bringing,
new?
Well, it was bringing new people into
Isn't that
the
so
scene.
weird? That such an insular scene to not want other people to get in it is so backwards.
And it's every scene. It's everything.
I was going to ask you, which scene's the cuntiest? Which scene have you experienced the cuntiest people in out of the drifting?
This is gonna make people mad. It's drifting.
Really?
And that's the biggest thing in my life, and has been for the past few years. But the level of holier than thou that exists is mind blowing.
Based on skill level?
Not even half the time. Based on some shit they read on the internet, and they're just perpetuating. Like, there's actually nothing to back it up. Is what makes it the cuntiest.
Yeah, right.
It's like the keyboard war. Like, I came up from drag racing. Like, that's, as a teenager, I was like a Glen Burnie Honda boy, and then we went to the track, and then got fast cars and shit, and like, as we grew up.
So you went from street drag racing to real drag, to like going to the track drag racing.
Oh yeah, no, we all, literally the cops, back then it was Ames on Ritchie Highway, and down where the canopy is, or used to be in Glen Burnie, and like Sun Valley and shit, like the cops would chase us up and down Ritchie Highway on Friday and Saturday night from one parking lot to the next. And then we'd go out to Northern Parkway into the northern part of the city where there were no cops to chase you. And dudes were racing red light to red light on a Friday for big money, dude. Yeah. This is 2004, 2005. Like, I'll never forget. I watched an Evo and an RX-7 race on Northern Parkway for $5,000 cash. And I was like, bro, if this guy doesn't pay this guy, they're gonna shoot and kill him. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and I didn't get big into the car scene. Is that every Friday and Saturday? You guys were like, we're gonna go out.
It became every night.
Oh, really?
It became, dude. We would get off
even with no race set up, right?
Nothing set up.
Yeah,
you didn't need to set up.
That's what's interesting. Everyone would go hang, kind of talk about.
You didn't need to set shit up. You needed,
and it would just happen.
You needed to show up, and that was it.
Really?
You could get. And I didn't have anything fast back then. I was a stupid kid. I didn't know shit. I had a little Honda Civic VTEC car, SI coupe. Man, I thought I was somebody. I'd watched Fast and Furious a couple times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was dog slow as shit by today's standards. But there were real fast cars for back then. Racing on the street for money that, to me, now equates to like those $20,000 and $30,000 street races you see on Instagram, GTRs and Audi R8s and shit. Back then, it was RX8s and RX7s and Evos and Fox bodies and stuff. But yeah, so that, drag racing was always kind of that douchey, cunty, but it always got settled, right? And this is going to sound so cliche, but it got settled like on the street or at the racetrack, whatever. And drifting is very much the day comes, the event happens, and then the shit talking starts later when everybody's home.
Okay, so now
when it's over,
when everybody's home,
so
they're safe behind their keyboard.
And let me ask you this:
know what I mean?
With a drag race, there's a winner and a loser, clear like that. There's two people racing, right? When you're drifting, is it a race as well? You're just racing for the best time, or you're racing against someone else, or that's what gives it room for that shit talk. It's like, because like you said, with the drag racing, you could settle it out there. You go, hey, I clearly won. You didn't.
Right.
But with the drifting, you could be like, dude, I drift way nastier than you, or whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna give you the very abridged version, okay? Because it's something.
It does look thick.
It's something that goes back to the late 70s, early 80s of Japan and the mountains and all that. Who blah 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 whatever. But in competition drifting today, it is honestly what I would say is a culmination of all motorsports combined.
Drifting
is. And here's why I say that. Because in today's competition level drift cars, most of them make 800 to 1300 horsepower.
Cheers.
Cheers. Absolutely. Please.
Thank you,
Cheers,
brother.
for sure. I hope you enjoy
Clink.
this.
Yeah.
So this is a little plug for the homies down there. If you're ever in Dewey,
Oh my God, it smells
Harbison, or
great.
Dude,
on the beach.
You could give this to a child.
Dewey
and I think
Frills,
I might.
baby. Dewey Frills. They're,
Feed this to your kids if
yeah,
you're
this
listening.
is Stop by Dewey. Good luck getting it.
I mean, that's not beer.
Damn.
They
it
announce
tastes
them-
better than it smells.
They announce them on Friday, and usually by Saturday, Sunday, they're
gone.
How
Yeah,
much does this cost?
a 4-pack's about $30. give or
Okay,
take.
okay.
You know what I mean?
What's the percentage?
Okay.
Aren't they usually decent
Oh
percentage?
my God.
5.2.
Okay, yeah.
So not hateful, right?
Right. Delicious.
I'm drinking this like a sipping whiskey or something.
It's
Like
delicious.
I gotta go slow to savor it.
There's
like,
no part of it that's not good.
It's so good. I was
It
not.
gets in the mustache, and you get to savor it for a while. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
That's
I
why the
just
stash
poured
is
on my
there.
face.
But yeah, so drifting in a nutshell, right? It's at the competition level, you have a designed layout.
Okay. So a
Mark-
track.
It's on a track. A skid. What's becoming real popular are skid pads. So basically, a giant poured pad. Where they'll put a layout down, and you get
In
more
cones, in paint. in
Usually they paint lines.
Okay.
The big thing is using flour, believe it or not.
flour.
Yep, flour. You go around like you
Like
would
powdered
line
flour,
Yep,
like cooking
yeah,
flour.
exactly. Like
Okay.
you get one of those things you line a football field with.
Oh,
And you make your
okay.
zones with flour, and after a couple times of cars going through it, you just gotta stop for a minute and reline your zones again.
Okay.
It's simple because some of the racetracks are very prestigious, and they don't want you painting on their shit.
Right.
I do media for Sebring, or U.S. Drift Circuit that goes down to Sebring, Florida, etc. Sebring is a historic racetrack. They're not going to let you come in and just paint on their shit
Right.
for the weekend.
So it's not a track designated specifically for drifting usually.
No, they're usually. I mean, drifting is a very new sport compared to a lot of other motor sports.
Yeah.
Right, drifting has been around in the United States. Early to mid 2000s was like when we really started to see like competition drifting showing up here. Then Formula Drift got started, which is a spin-off of FDJ Japan.
And it came from Japan?
It did. Drifting started in Japan. But actually kind of went to other places before it came here. Like, I got a buddy that I drive virtually with who works with a lot of Formula Drift Pro drivers. He's in Sweden, and they've been ice drifting for a long time.
That sounds sick.
It's mental. Like, to do this on pavement's one thing, to do it on a frozen lake is another.
That's sick.
But yeah, basically they design a layout, and you have a lead in a chase car. Once again, they're usually high horsepower. They're really built, you know what I mean? You have 3 judges, so it's a judge sport.
Okay.
Just like
That's
ice
what I was
skating,
curious
you
about.
know? I always tell people, I'm like, it's like ice skating or cheerleading or dance. It's a judged sport. So
Yeah.
some people are like, I don't like that because
You're always going to have that.
you're going to have...
When it's not clear win-loss, like a drag race.
There's not a finish line.
Yeah.
So your layout is given to the drivers. Usually there's what's called a driver briefing, you know, that's explained to them, here's how we want the track run. And they go run it, you know, they drift. You know, it would take me a while to explain the actual stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of it all, if they've fulfilled their duties as a lead and chase driver, after 2 runs, they both do a lead, they both do a chase. The judges go, hey, here's a winner, right? And
Interesting. So they when you say lead and chase, one's in front of the other.
the goal of drifting is to be as close to the car you're following
And catch their like
without touching them, because although it's part of the sport, arguably you shouldn't be touching them. You should be damn close. Following the same line, momentum, filling the zones, etc.
Gotcha.
So, and it's progressed to the point now they're doing this shit at 100 miles an hour, like in 1,300 horsepower cars. So it's evolved every year. So yeah, at the end, you know, the judges watch the runs back based on the criteria and go, hey, here's who won. Much like Indy, car, F1, NASCAR, there's points awarded, and at the end of the season, there's a champion.
based on the cumulative points throughout the season?
Throughout the season, right?
And is it easier, you would think, to be the lead rather than to have to follow?
I personally, all my experience comes from sim drifting. Like I said, I'm building cars. I'll be on track very soon, but I prefer in drift competition to chase people because in the lead, it's almost like you're expected. So every run kind of starts with 100 points and it's based off deduction. So like if you and I are both getting started, we both have 100. as you mess up, the points start to shave away. So the premise is even in battles, the lead is expected to run a 100-point run. Those are big shoes to fill.
Right.
The chase, you almost don't have kind of as much weight on your shoulders because it's just...
You have their weight.
Exactly. You know, you got to be as close to the guy as you can. You got to cut, but you're following his lead more or less. And as a competition judge, you know, when I'm watching a chase driver, a lot of the mistakes he makes are because the lead made a mistake. So, me personally, I'd chase every time because I know I'm gonna probably win. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just where I'm.
Because if the lead guy fucks up and gets 10 points taken off, you have to fuck up to follow him, kind of.
Yeah,
right.
And as a comp judge, I
Take
watch things like
effect.
that. Oh yeah, like just this last weekend we had a big battle that was kind of settled like that. It was a matter of a lead went off, the chase followed him, and one of the judges is like, "Yeah, chase dropped a tire." I'm like, "But buddy, he probably wouldn't have had he not followed the lead." And the other judge piped up. He's like, "Actually, I credit the guy. Like his job is to mimic the lead car."
Right.
So
hey, he fucked up. I'm fucking
up.
up.
If the lead goes off and drops a tire, and you do too, well, shit, you're mimicking him
Right.
mirrored. You know, so
You're like, yeah, I'm drunk, but I thought he was drunk.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very nuanced. It is a sport that, you know, unless you start watching it and you start getting involved in it and learning about it, it's kind of like. A lot of people use like the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift reference. I'm like, that's a horrible Hollywood example of something that there is huge money sponsor. You know, we're at a point now, there are factory level, like Toyota GR Racing has multiple cars. So we have factory level cars now. Ford has RTR, blah, blah, blah. So like, you know, it's just right up there with NASCAR and all the other guys, just doesn't have the sponsor money yet. So, a sport like that, where it's competitive, a lot of it's self-funded. A lot of these guys, even at the pro level, which I'll argue this is one of the only sports that is like this. Like I just said, you'll have factory teams. A guy gets flown in.
Right.
He eats his fucking parfait, kisses his supermodel lady, gets in the car, drives, and flies back home. There's other dudes that trailer their car 30 hours across the country.
Kiss their cousin.
Don't have anybody to kiss because they're driving trailers across the...
Right.
And it's the same sport. You have to compete against the same got flown in to drive motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know any other pro-level sports like that.
Are they able to compete with someone who's funded by, like, money like that?
Dude, I imagine they could because they know their car probably better than the guy who gets flown. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's not the best argument.
To be fair, the guys that get flown in to drive used to be guys that trailered their car across the country.
Right.
So they've gone through the struggle, like you're talking about. I think the difference is, though, now that there are dollars available to those lower level guys, right?
There's more money coming in.
It's just not being allocated to them properly. So they're stuck in a situation where they're spending every damn penny they have, like I said, to trailer across the country to compete against a guy whose only job is to win the mental game. Like, all he cares about is his flight landing on time and beating you.
Right.
You're worried about, did I pack the tires, the fuel? Do I have enough money to feed my buddies that are flying out with me because I can't hire an actual crew?
Really, it's almost unfair in a way.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Like, how do you
in the same way, like baseball doesn't have
these are the same dudes
cut.
that after the round is ended and everybody's flown back home will be online dog shitting each other. Like, bro, come on.
It's
real?
interesting. I watch battle rap, so like
believe it or not, I've somehow found myself into a little bit of that a time or two.
It's interesting.
You get caught in the algorithm, and the next thing you know, you're rooting for people who you can't even pronounce their fucking name. But I digress.
Well, it's interesting because it's like, I know no one else who like listens to battle rap. Like, it's like a thing where there's no beat, right? It's a cappella. They're just rapping against each other. It's like angry man poetry screamed at each other.
Yeah.
But it's also, it used to be judged, and then people would bitch about the judges.
Yes.
So now they do this thing where they don't have judges. They put out the rap battle and let the internet just go crazy. And it's so smart for the algorithm, because then, like you said, people just sit back and go like, nah, actually, I did win.
So
actually, you were trash here. And then there's this never-ending debate.
Unfortunately, after every FD Formula Drift round, most DMEC, so DMEC is
FD is Formula Drift. That's
Formula
what you just
Drift,
did,
which is the United States pro, like you're the top of the top, right? Europe has DMEC, or Drift Masters European Championship, which would be our equivalent. And even my virtual series, which in a virtual sim drifting realm, there's one series above us, which is called Virtual Drift Championship.
So there's series. Let's get into the sim a little bit. We can't just go into it lightly.
Yeah.
My thing is, so your driving simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you call that?
So
racing simulator. What would you call
when it's a driving simulator for the simple fact that I can download Assetto Corsa, drift, street race, track race, whatever. There's multiple things. Assetto Corsa is the game we use for sim drifting. It's been heavily modified to suit our needs.
Right.
I also do WRC, World Rallycross. So that's a whole nother game, and I use same simulator rig and all.
Same setup.
But I kind of tune things up a little differently from drifting to rally. A lot of the practice I get through rally, I apply to drifting, because a lot of it's happening much faster in rally. I'm doing 160 mile an hour hitting jumps in dirt roads. Did
you try a sim before getting one? Because I feel like that's a big leap of faith.
I didn't, but I was controller drifting in a game called CarX for a while. So it was more arcadey style drifting, like Need for Speed or Forza or one of them. But once that kind of really started dying down, there was a guy on our drift team who had been on sim for a while in CarX. CarX has horrible sim support, but this guy was really good to be on wheel, shifter, pedal, handbrake, all that stuff. Because I always tell people, I'm like, when you were a kid, if you ever went to the arcade and you played like Cruising America, thing you sat in, wheel, pedal, shifter, I have that's literally what my shit looks like, right? Got a big screen in front of me. I've even got VR, but it makes me ill as hell, so I don't use it.
Is there haptic feedback?
In my wheel only.
Okay.
I don't have it I'm thinking about adding it to my handbrake to simulate when my rear wheels lock up.
Right.
But I just kind of we'll touch on this now. Sim is very visual and muscle memory. And if you expect to only take that from it, you will be very successful in, I guess, using it as a tool for real life drifting.
Right.
Too many people, especially guys that started drifting in real life and then got on a sim, this doesn't translate to, it's not going to, and it's not supposed to, right?
But it's not like it does you a disservice. It's not like this is just some pointless thing you're doing.
So at this point, I've got about 2,000 hours in drifting, right? I was able to get in a car with a Formula Drift driver that's local to us. He lives up in Sykesville. Go to Capitol Raceway on their skid pad. I started rolling a GoPro, right? First time ever drifting a car. This was his car, not mine. I knew nothing. First time ever even being in his car. Little Nissan 180 SX.
How do you convince him to let you do that?
I actually paid. So it was an instructional day.
Gotcha.
And he's kind of a homie, so he was like, hey, man, we're going to hook it up a little bit, blah, 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 whatever. So I did it. I bit the bullet, spent a couple $100, get you on track by yourself. Literally, it was me, him, and the track owner. Track owner sat in his truck on a cold December day in the heat. Me and him in a car, tires, fuel paid for, all that. It cost me less than $500.
Right.
And it was 10 minutes up the street.
Yeah.
So start the GoPro rolling. He puts me in the car, straps me in, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Hey, here's what we're going to do. Real time, unedited, in 11 minutes, I was linking the whole track.
Meaning?
On my, literally drifting the whole track, only based on 2,000 hours. At the time, actually, about 1,000 hours of sim. This was a year ago.
Right.
So I had half the experience I have now in sim. Took me 11 minutes to link the whole track.
Yeah.
So, no, it is 100%.
Yeah.
You can go from sim to drifting in moments. The other way around, the guys struggle, and then they dog it.
Going from the real thing to the sim?
Yeah, because in the real car, you feel the G-force, you feel the car moving, you feel all of, and you know how to use that, right?
Oh, right.
Like I said about sim, it's literally visual. All I can do is see something about to happen, and then I have to proactively do something.
Right.
I can't feel the G-force.
Yeah, but I guess when you're throwing yourself, you're feeling that in your body.
Oh,
you're feeling
buddy,
car.
there's times I get moving around unintentionally. You don't realize it, but like I said, I own a comp series and I judge, but also drift in a competition series. I compete myself
in the simulation.
In the sim, yeah.
Okay, so there's a competition series. How do you even start something like that? I guess you're playing with people online.
Yeah, this is all over the world.
Okay.
Like my series, so that's what I started to say. There's a series, kind of one series above us. They're the top dogs. They're like the Formula Drift or DMEC of sim drifting, Virtual Drift Championship. We are their official partner, right? So they're like the FD Pro, we're the FD Pro spec. So at the end of my season, we feed drivers up to them. These guys get real life sponsors, and some of them are real, like, that's the biggest of leagues there is. Our shit, like, you're not getting in if you're slouching. Like, ours is one little hair under them.
Right.
It's pro level competition, right? So yeah, it's one of those things, kind of like when we were talking upstairs. You do something, right, and throw toilet paper at the wall and see if it slides down the wall or if it just hangs out. And it did. It hung out, and like, it went from we would take a week to fill a top 16 bracket. So get 16 people to sign up for free. We're not even charging you anything, and half the time we're like, oh, we're giving $100 away.
Right.
Take a week. Our last driver search we did to start our season was 64 people. It filled up in less than 2 minutes.
Oh wow!
Damn.
So we put our Google Doc link up, shared it. I refreshed one time, that bitch was full. I'm like, bro, we've made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we've got 64 amazing drivers from all over the globe.
What a sick niche.
I've got guys
what a very specific thing.
From Belarus, one guy's from a couple German guys, couple guys from Japan and Korea. Like, it's kind of crazy. Bunch of Canadian dudes drift. Like, it's wild shit. And it's crazy because, like, to the regular person, it's like, oh, it's a video game. Nah, dude. Like, my series alone, we give away $4,000 between first, second, and third at the end. Like, real cash money.
Right.
$4,000 to play a video game.
At the end of the season?
At the end of the season. Yeah. To top
Damn.
first, second, and third in points. And then, obviously, we award licenses to go move up to VDC, which you can only get into VDC through a licensing.
You can award licensing?
To a higher series, yeah.
Wow.
So to get into VDC, you can only get in through petition, which I understand, like, there have been Formula Drift drivers try to petition into VDC and Sim, and they're like, we don't think you're good enough, sorry. Because a lot of the guys that come to Sim are not as good as the Sim guys. Like, it's a real thing. But yeah, no, dude, it's big deal shit. And there are real companies with real sponsor money involved in it. Like, and what's cool is now it is a lot of the pro guys are seeing that it is a good tool for turning laps for cheap. Because to go out in a drift car is very expensive, dude.
And I'm sure it's probably shunned by the older heads, right? As this new thing.
Yeah, but there's not too many. Once again, it's not a.
Oh, it's a newer sport.
It's, so the older head, like, I feel like an older head.
Really?
To be honest. Oh yeah, dude. It's funny. I talked about this with a buddy the other day. I'm like, bro, I feel like a dinosaur. We have kids that compete in there. There's a kid. His name's Nico Stelio.
Shout out Nico.
Pretty sure the kid's from Spain. Now he's 12, 11 or 12. This kid competes in Sim, right? DMEC he competes in Virtual Drift Masters, did really well, whatever. They had him and some other 11-year-old kid come to Poland for the final round of DMEC and drive in front of 50,000 people, 1,200 horsepower pro cars. Like, they did a little battle. Like,
actual cars?
Yeah, and this kid's like 12, dude. I'm gonna be 37. I feel like a dinosaur.
Wow.
I'm getting a late start.
Late to the game.
But all the guys that are pros, bro, are my age.
Right.
So they're like, I'm like, nah, I'm getting into it right at the right age. I got the mental game for it. You know what I mean? Because, kids, they're emotional, bro. You lose, and the next thing you know, you're crying in the corner. Not me, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's start cracking.
You said, I'm already crying.
I'm
This is where you fucked up. I've been depressed.
Look, the sooner we lose, the sooner we can go to the trailer and start cracking cold boys. You know what I mean? We can enjoy watching the homies.
Right.
It is what
All
it
they
is.
got is that.
You got to have the good attitude about it.
Yeah.
Losing with dignity is lost. I deal with it every round of my series. People can't lose with dignity.
Dude, there's nothing worse than a sore loser, man. It's like it's so unbecoming,
especially when it's not evidentiary. Because you have to realize I get people
even when it is. So yeah, especially
contesting runs I judge, and they go, "What? How did I get this score?" And
are you judging them on a sim?
Oh yeah.
So there's 3 judges on the sim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's modeled just like real drifting.
Right.
It's literally a RP of real drifting,
right?
Like 1 for 1. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've judged 400 or 500 sim competitions over years. Right. So yeah, like there are guys that hate me in the sim world.
Right.
You do a run, you think you're hot shit, and I go, it's a 70 out of 100, and they're like, what? And I'm like, watch the run back, and if you think you did better, you don't belong in drifting. Like it's apparent how you did not do super great.
Yeah.
And once again, losing with dignity, bro. It's like valor and all of chivalry is dead and all. Losing, bro, people need to learn how to lose.
Bro, the samurais used to fall on their own sword. They used to disembowel themselves.
Yeah, it was they.
You want to talk
about disappointed in oneself.
You didn't want to dishonor your family with a dishonorable death, so you would disembowel yourself.
And that is another thing, accountability, right? So that's the ultimate accountability. Going, I failed.
Harakiri.
Yeah,
I think of the name of it.
Let me take accountability for it. Now, was it an extreme act of taking accountability?
Yeah,
bruh. But who am I to judge?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Seppuku. They would have they would cut their stomach, slice their stomachs open, and then they'd have their closest hand right next to them, ready to cut their head off.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Sick.
You seen Shogun?
Oh,
watch Shogun. Dude.
I know. I've heard.
It's on Hulu or whatever.
I've heard it's like the Japanese Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So
watch it with subtitles though. Don't watch the dub.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather subtitle than dub.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely subtitle. Yeah, because there's certain stuff that does not belong.
It comes off hokey, and it comes off hokey. Yeah, it's like it's disingenuous.
If somebody's like, "Hey, man, we want you to narrate a Japanese movie," I'm gonna be like, "Guys, come on." You've heard me talk, right?
Yeah. It's not going to cut it.
That's appropriation, boys. Like, no, not happening.
It is appropriation.
There's a bunch of interpreters, too. So, like, if you watch it dubbed, you'll watch somebody speak to someone in English, not realizing that they're speaking in the other language because it's dubbed. And then when they talk to another person in English, you get lost. Like, you don't know when, like, you're supposed to know.
You don't know where on the language timeline you are.
Yeah.
Like, it's better to just read the parts that are Japanese, and then when it's English, it's English.
Yeah.
But, dude, Shogun. Good shit.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because like, I'm a firm believer in like that. The measure of a man is not the shit you own and where you've been and what you've done. It's like, can you go, yeah, I fucked up. And then once you've admitted you fucked up, can you have the right attitude about because like I said, they go hand in hand. Accountability and losing with dignity, right?
Yeah. I've heard that's
a lost art.
There's a quote that's like, you can judge the size of a man by the size of the things that bother him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, it's not so much, it's where you are in the rough time. Same with the relationship, right? Where it's like, when everything's perfect, of course it's perfect.
Bro. Yeah.
Of course. The relationship.
Shout like the situation, Jersey Shore, buddy. What's he say? A calm sea never made a skilled sailor? I'm like, bro, you don't belong giving people advice. But fuck, I like that, though, because... Bro, like somebody who has gone through life and never faced adversity.
Yeah.
I envy them, don't get me wrong, but yeah, the first time something actually bad happens to them, they're gonna be devastated.
Right. Same with the relationship.
Bro,
it's like
I've been through some shit, so it kind of takes a little bit to get me off my line.
And that's a nice feeling, It's like I've been worried.
Yeah.
And there's something in my head that having been through some shit, that no matter how bad regular life gets, it don't seem that bad. It's like when people are at my work bitching about work, I'm just the fact that you even are this bothered by this shit that literally doesn't matter. It's like, it's the same as the people who are activists for no reason. It's like they have nothing else going on. It's like you're doing all this shit to fight all these wars that are not even yours to fight.
Yeah, and I try not to fall into the same trap myself, and I'm sure we're all guilty of it, right?
I've never once been guilty of anything.
It's hard to same. In the heat of the moment when you're feeling shitty about something, even the strongest minded people and willful people, I'm sure it's hard to detach and go, there are other people with worse shit happening, because like somebody told me once, just because somebody else has it worse than you doesn't diminish what you are going through.
And
bro.
Agreed.
Like, you know, when your kids would go, they're starving kids in Africa. Well, guess what? I still don't want to eat this nasty shit.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't make this taste any
Unless
better.
you're packing the dishes up and sending it to Africa. Shut the fuck up, Mom.
And that's the thing, like, the fact them kids are starving don't make this tuna casserole taste any better.
No, and it's valid. That's the thing. That's what's hard about that. It's like a good thing to have. It's a good piece to have. Yes, it's a good piece to have. But at the same time, if I lost my leg, some people lost both their legs. Doesn't make me feel better about this lost fucking leg.
No, bro. So like, that's one. I'm a stickler for it, but at the same time, like, I'm guilty of it. Where I'll go, woe fucking is me. When I have absolutely no real right to be woe is me. But on the other hand, I do, because I'm the one that has to live through my life.
And it's relative. Yeah, it's
you know what I mean. So
you.
Dude, it's crazy to say, but you can't let other people's bigger problems diminish your small problems.
Agreed. I guess I look at my historical problems.
Sure.
And go, I have been through
Where
so much
are they
worse.
on the scale of shit you've gone
through? That's more my thing. Where I go, like, the level of my problems now, dude, I'm thinking about quitting, like, nicotine and weed.
Yeah.
I used to put needles in my arm and, like, run in people's houses.
And I'm
like,
sure, I'm sure looking back, you're like, well, fuck, I got over that. Yeah. But that's not going to make what you're about to go through any simpler.
Yeah, this still sucks.
You're going to be like, fuck, dude, I want a cigarette, or I want to fucking hit the vape, or whatever it's going to be like. And you have to just go through each experience in life for what it is.
As that experience.
Yeah. And knowledge and experience is taking from previous shit.
Right.
And not either A, using it for the better.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of people that keep doing the same shit, keep fucking up, and it's like, well, bro, you didn't learn from the last 3 times you tried that?
Because winning, like you said, though, it's important to the losing part. It's like when something goes bad,
you gotta lose.
Winning is, winning's easy to do with grace. Winning's easy to do, and it's like, if everything is perfect, if you're in the honeymoon stage in a relationship, of course everything's perfect.
Great. Yeah.
My therapist said one time, moments of disruption in a relationship are windows into the relationship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I loved that. I'm like, damn, that's so true. Because it's like, again, whatever the situation said, it's like that. You need to have some trouble going on.
My wife and I, on an average Tuesday afternoon, bro, is not when our marriage is the strongest.
Right.
It is the times where we've been like, fuck, what are we gonna
do? Yeah. That real intimacy, that shared vulnerability, that like, hey, this is fucked up, something's on fire.
Those moments when you find out if you picked the right person or not. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And that's when, like you said, that's the test of whether you're an individual going through something. Am I man enough, woman enough, whatever, blah blah blah. Or as a group, are we strong enough as a unit to get through, etc. And like I said, all you can hope to do, like you and I have had to do through life, base everything new that comes to us as experiences we've
I've seen these waves. I've been in storms like this. I feel my nervous system reacting, but I know it's been here before, and I know I've gotten through it, Yeah.
So it's a lot for me, dude. It's I have really tried over the past couple of years, being a business owner, being married, having a home.
Shout out your business.
Yeah,
you want to shout it out?
Old Line Automotive. Baby.
Old Line?
Yeah, Old Line Automotive.
Old Line Automotive, where we do...
One of my businesses, auto repairs. We build race cars.
Is it body work or is it mechanical work?
I don't do body work. That's the one thing I don't have to do. You gotta be built different to want to go to a job. It's like you ever seen a drywall man? Well, you do electric.
I've seen a lot of drywall.
So you know how they look at the end of the day? That's what a body guy looks like.
Dude, I'm going to be honest, in the beginning of the do you drywall guys? I'm going to be honest. In the beginning of the day, y'all looking rough already.
Yeah. Shout out drywall guys, because I'm telling you, I've seen a few of you after a hard day's work.
Oh, yeah.
And body guys look just like that.
Yeah, they went through it.
Sure, yeah, please.
So this is 4 baby, Gettysburg.
This is this. Oh, wait.
This is
so this is a different brewery?
Different breweries.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one of the same
4-pack. It was all
my
the same.
top 3s. So
this wasn't in the same 4-pack then?
No, negative.
Okay.
Just in the 4-pack
and this,
I brought.
And this is the Sour Ranger.
Sour Rangers.
Sour Rangers.
So this is blueberry and grape lightning. And it is They did one flavor for each of the Power Ranger colors.
Bro, that is unbelievable.
Downtown Gettysburg, baby.
Dude, listen.
Is this the Blue Ranger, though?
This is the Blue Ranger, yes.
Taste that.
Yeah. Blue Ranger. It'll turn
David,
all our... The podcast will have some blue mouths, but that's okay.
I already know it's going to be good. And then I drink it and I'm like, bro, what?
So, like, I was drinking the other one, right? And I loved it. It was great. Every time he talked, I was like listening, and then I would take a sip.
Yeah,
I was just like,
You're
I don't know what the fuck you were saying.
I'm in
but
bliss
this is really good,
dude. I thought about it a couple times in the conversation, just going like, by the way, this is still so fucking
I drink
good.
Schwag, and like this is like Headies or whatever. Like this is
yes, dude. Imagine holding this up to a Coors Light, a Miller's Light. I mean, what are we talking about?
They're not the same.
It's heroin versus weed.
So we call like Coors Light and shit, we call it wedding beer, right? So when you go to a wedding, they ain't got this.
No
so
way.
Guys like me, we got to pick a Corona or a Miller Time or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Shout out whatever you drink, baby. I don't give a shit. It's your money. You
drink this. That shit is wrong.
You know, whatever. Wedding beer, right? Or lawnmower beer. You ain't going to go out and crush 6 of these mowing the lawn. But,
yeah.
For me, it's Modelo. If I have to drink something that is not this, Guinness, because most restaurants, bars, they got Guinness or Modelo.
I hate Guinness.
That's fine. Yeah, some people do.
I don't know.
First, I did.
Maybe I should try it again. It's been probably a decade.
Maybe I should too, but it's too thick, dude.
Yeah, it's like it's thick. It's not like beer. It's like it's some weird
chocolate milk.
The funny story about the way palates change as it pertains to beer, and I'll try to make it short. My wife hated IPAs. And she would because IPAs are real bitter and pungent.
It's an acquired taste. And I used to hate when people said that. Acquired taste just means it's gross for a while.
I said that the other day. I was like, whenever somebody said something has an acquired taste, immediately I'm like, no, I'm out.
Yeah, it means it's not good. You mean it's not good? I'll trick my body into thinking it's good?
So she's not a fan of IPAs, and I'm one of those where I'll force it on myself to acquire a taste, right? So everywhere we go, if I'm drinking a couple beers, I always get their whatever IPA that sounds the coolest.
So you're like training yourself.
Basically.
Interesting.
So I would hand it to her to try, most of the time not telling her, and her face would twist up.
Oh, you're not expecting an IPA?
Yeah, I call it her IPA face, right? And every time, one point. We both stopped drinking for a little while. Me, she's one of them, if we go to a lunch, she'll have a drink, and that's it. She doesn't drink hardly ever. But
you started getting drunk and ended up like naked in the neighbor's yard or
exactly.
what? Exactly.
I had to carry her down the steps one time, and that was it. Literally, that was it years ago, and I think that was enough for her.
Sure.
But yeah, so fast forward, and I don't remember when, got an IPA, and I handed it to her. Next thing I know, the thing's gone, right? Because I got it in a flight and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what the hell? And she's like, that was really good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at my card, and I'm like, bro, that was like 9% Imperial IPA, like some shit I wouldn't have even liked. And she's been on an IPA kick like you wouldn't believe for like a year.
Wow.
Like I said, she drinks a couple times a month, and it's 1 or 2 tastes of beer with me.
How do you feel about the IPAs?
I mean, there's so many different ones, right? Like I like some. They're hard to drink.
The typical IPA.
Sometimes I want to just like you said, with like a lawnmower beer, you just want to kind of like put a couple back, get started. Once you're started, it's great.
Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hand me an IPA, 12 beers in. Shit.
That'd be
I
great.
don't care what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
But if that's what we're starting with, it's going to be a rough night.
Yeah. It's like
definitely
you got to put 3 down with some work, and then by then, like now.
This is just incredible.
This I want to inject.
Yeah, dude. Their beers are 4 score. What's cool about them?
I mean, look how thick that motherfucker is.
Other than when they're making these, sugar in a can drinks, they make really nice traditional beers, right? So like they have Czech side pull taps and like
no idea what that is.
And I make beer and I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
But they make like these German like Dunkelweisens and all these crazy like traditional beers that are like actually really damn good and they're worth spending money on.
Right.
Most people walk in and buy this stuff.
Sure.
So my one ploy to anybody, if you're gonna go, is actually drink some of their other shit.
Yeah, try their shit. Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, for like traditional beer style beers, they are top. Like they're one of the top tier.
Good to know.
And I think an hour north in PA.
Out of respect too, almost like give them a drink. Their, whatever they're.
I try, bro. If I go in somewhere and I'm spending a little money on some beers, bro, I'm gonna sample the offer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The old lady and
you
gotta
home, see what they're.
I mean? We're not gonna just. It'd be foolish to cheat ourselves.
That's what I'm saying. It would kind of be silly.
Yeah, when in Rome.
Yeah, I mean these are delicious. This doesn't even feel like drinking beer.
I've never had a beer before. I'm declaring that now. What we drink, that's swill. That's not beer.
This I've had some craft beers, and yeah, it blows my mind every time. It's just
this feels like it was blended. Like this feels
like
a
smoothie.
So they are more or less. They use CO2 to blend them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're blended in fermenters. That's how they can get all the purees in.
I feel like can you get drunk off these? Or is it the sugar that's gonna fuck you?
If I gave you all 4 of the cans I brought and sent you to town on them,
right.
your body wouldn't know what to do.
Right? Yeah, I bet.
You'd be running a marathon and passing out at the same damn time.
Right.
Because alcohol's one and sugar's the other.
Yeah, I mean you can't sit down and drink 10 of these.
These are me and my homies used to have shares, right? Where 5 of us would show up with a cooler. You're only pouring this much in a cup. There's 10 dudes splitting a beer.
Everyone has their different kind.
You know
okay,
what
that's
I mean?
kind of cool.
Like,
yeah.
So the beer shares were a big everybody's got wives and kids and jobs and shit now. But yeah, for a while we were adulting. But yeah, for a while we were doing the shares, and what was cool about that, it kind of got you a little less fucked up because you know as if the can came around and you were like, oh, that's a blah 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 triple IPA, splash and hand the can to the next guy. You know what I mean? Like. I can't bring 4 cans here and not crush them with you. I'm gonna look like a pansy on your podcast. So, we're in it for the long run. But share style, bro. Yeah, you can get 8 heads on a can, and you could drink 40 beer flavors and not.
Yeah, I guess because again, it is more with this
sipping shit.
It does.
Right.
It feels more about the flavor. Yeah,
it's so good
for years, and I ain't drinking
I'm
6
happy to
sip.
sip.
No way.
I don't like to sip normally because, like, for me,
beer sucks.
I'm drinking to get drunk, right? Like at the end of the day,
because it tastes the way it does.
Well, I'll get
saying,
a sour beer that I enjoy it. But like when I taste something like this that I actually enjoy, I'm like, do I really enjoy those sour beers? I don't even know anymore.
No. You're like, I'm drinking to not be sad. I don't really give a fuck what it tastes like.
I would love to just do this instead of like whatever drinking we do. Like just get 8 of these cans.
And it is such a different level of sitting down with like a 30-pack of light beer.
The best desserts I've ever had that are going to get me drunk.
That's the thing. It's not like it's good tasting dessert for a beer. It's like, get rid of the alcohol.
Fuck all of it.
Tastes good.
Yeah. This is like chocolate milk. Like I want to chug it, but I know if I do, it'll be gone.
I've had some that are literal chocolate milk.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
RAR, shout out RNR Annapolis, Cambridge, baby. They make a bananas Foster, I think it is, and it is kind of like imagine like a banana Yoo-hoo, which I think they make, or like a banana Nesquik.
Okay,
but a beer. That shit is
damn. Is it like carbonated? I guess not. It says like cream. Right. I guess this wouldn't.
This was called Power Ranger, Sour Power Ranger.
Sour Rangers, 4-score beer companies.
I guess that's not carbonated.
You guys know about the Yellow Ranger? You watched Power Rangers growing up, right? Because you're my age.
Yeah, the Yellow Ranger.
So is
there some lore?
Okay, so it was Trini, and then Kimberly was the pink one.
All right, well, you're already deeper than me, but go ahead.
Whatever. Good memory. So if you ever watched, it was 2 different shows. Like it was a pre-existing Japanese show that was just those suited people that would fight weird monsters, and they took that show because it was basically cheap, and they basically just filmed. All they ever filmed was them in that fucking. I don't even know where that Shake Shack or some bullshit talking to Balkan Skull, whatever. Mm-hmm. It was 2 separate shows that they fucking pushed together, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the thing is, the Power Ranger, the yellow one was a man. She's got a bulge and everything, but when you watch the show, it's Trini, the girl, right? So only when they show her not with the fucking suit on, she's a girl, but whenever she's in the suit, dude, that's a guy. So if you crushed on Trini, anytime she's in that suit, dude.
Oh, wow.
Crushing on a dude. So I did, which is why.
Mike's like, I know this so specifically because I was jerking off to a guy in a yellow suit for years.
First of all, I was 7, so free jerk off, but if I was going to, dude, I would have jerked off to a dude. And I would have been upset about it because
you're homophobic. We got it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because you were misled.
I was misled.
Exactly. False advertising. Yeah, for sure.
Just make her a fucking boy. If it's a boy, whatever. But yeah, it's just an interesting.
You ever have a wet dream?
A wet dream?
Yeah.
I can't say I have.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to sound real dumb.
No,
can you tell me what that is?
Well, you come in your dream. You have a nocturnal emission.
No, that's never
And
happened.
when you do it, you wake up at the moment, or do you think you're awake before it like when?
Well, I've had them.
But like, do you wake up or you don't wake up? Let's go with that.
I woke up like I guess either right after I'm orgasming or right as one of the two.
Same, right?
Yeah,
it's not like I wake up way later and I'm like,
all right. So are these like?
Yeah, no, not like dried up.
So is it like a dream? Like you're like
It's basically my dad just yelling at me over and over. You know.
Sometimes it's not even a sexual dream.
Okay, so I can.
So you're like, I have kind of had that.
Okay, so yeah, no, I can understand waking up in that situation.
No, yeah. What's the question for
have
real?
Have you ever thrown up without like any like reason? Like I know it doesn't happen often, but like
I don't. This seems like a.
That's what your penis is doing. Like you're just like throwing up.
Oh, it has its reasons, brother.
I don't know, dude, because I don't think my dream was sexual when I had mine. Like I don't. I think
that's
it
what I
was
was
just
trying
like
to
a regular
ask,
fucking dream.
You must not recall.
Well, that's possible too.
So that was actually going to be my question. Like, did you wake up? I guess if you actually remember this, did you like wake up and you're like, bro, I was dreaming I was like railing out my hot English teacher, blah, blah, blah. Or was it like you said,
I woke up thinking I was pissing my bed.
You're mowing the fucking lawn in your
like,
dream, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
I think for mine, I remember vividly waking up orgasming.
Okay.
And then I remember knowing that I was having sex in the dream.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you with who, how it was, what the scenario was.
For me, then, it makes me feel better about your scenario. Because at least you're not some weirdo like dreaming you became, like the ambassador to France, and all of a sudden you're just out in the courtyard letting it rip. You know what I mean?
Right. So, or like you only come from a nightmare.
Exactly.
You're like in
exactly. Yeah. You're getting chased by a guy
masochistic.
with all you can really do to escape is just fucking blast everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I get that. So no.
It was sexual in nature.
Then it makes me feel better.
And it was for
some reason.
And I hadn't jerked off or had sex in a while. So it did matter.
Okay.
I've had two in my life, and both times were times where I hadn't been jerking off or having sex for like weeks at a time.
Yeah, so it's just the psyche going, hey man, it's time to get this shit
Yeah,
out
I guess
into the
so.
universe. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how that, like, once again, I bet, like, I'm getting older, you know what I mean? I'm starting to kind of really pay attention to, like, men's health and things of that
As you
nature.
should.
And, like,
Michael, check your prostate. He's actually certified.
Fuck yeah, dude. One of the things I'm kind of really seeing that there is a glaring thing about is, like, how the mental state is kind of tied to the state of what's going on between your legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
And how there are guys that claim, like, if they know not never, they're like super fucking human. Like, they are on this kick, like
the people not coming, the people doing semen retention.
These dudes, like, they're wedging nothing. Like,
Right.
there is no thoughts about reproducing, like, they just delete sex from their mind, and they're like, I'm the best fucking human being I've ever been, and I'm like, bro, that's kind of weird. Like, that's because apparently the notion is when you release like
your chi.
Testosterone and part of your mental psyche and all of that
Right.
shit, and I'm like, I don't know. It's always made me feel a whole lot fucking better.
Same,
so I disagree with.
I've
with
heard
what
about
you guys
these
are saying.
semen retention guys, and they're like, "I'm levitating. I haven't done it in so long. I feel like I'm floating."
And that's what they'll
I'm
say.
like, you know what? I would feel probably angry, frustrated.
I have more energy than. I'm like, yeah, bro. That is literally your fucking nuts telling you you need to go.
That energy
laid,
is an
bro.
almost rape.
That is an evolutionary process kicking in, going.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to do something with yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't. Can't say I've ever experienced that.
Yeah,
but
good. It just means you're coming a lot. Good for you.
It must mean that
enough, at least.
Enough that I don't have to subconsciously satisfy myself.
Yeah,
so that's good. That's
a good way of putting it, I guess. Yeah, it is your subconscious, I guess, just like yearning for that.
Or you're just a freak.
That's true too.
Or you like,
Which also guilty as charged. We're all guilty around here.
Yeah, could be.
I'm innocent.
You think?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah. Dude, you know what I've been loving a lot lately? These fall colors.
Beautiful. We are blessed to live in a state where we live. I'll tell you why. In late August, I flew down to Florida to shoot one of the rounds for Formula Drift Pro-Am, and it's in Sebring, Florida, which looks like the Serengeti Plains. Literally, it is just miles and miles of flat land, no trees, and then
nothing.
I get to come home to the beauty.
Wow, and really get to appreciate it. Well, you know what's interesting? I saw on my Time Hop, which shout out to Time Hop. For
sure,
like,
bringing back the memories.
Time hop's nice.
Sometimes you regret the memories, but other
those
times
are the best ones though, because then
like,
so much growth though. When you look at your time hop and you're never embarrassed, you need to do better because you should be embarrassed after a decade.
My time hop definitely tells the story of a glow up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you're not wrong. Buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed that this year when fall came around, it's almost like I forget about fall, right? During the other months, and then fall comes and I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me everything's just going to get prettier?
And the weather's not going to suck? And
with 1 month of nice weather.
Friendlier, bro? I like
it. And then I looked on my time hop, and last year I had wrote, around the same time I was noticing it this year, I wrote, I'm becoming a real big fall foliage guy. And I go, oh, look, last year I acknowledged it. And then a few days later it time hopped to 2018, and then it all made sense to me because I was telling people, a decade ago, I couldn't have given a fuck. I really couldn't have. I just couldn't have given a fuck.
And we're at that age where now
I know
we're literally at fall foliage age, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Dude, hang it up. Hang up the jersey.
We went from cracking fifths in the parking lot of the high school to now we care about what the color of the leaves looks
crazy.
Like. Yeah, bro,
it's crazy.
We've got
I wrote in 2018, it was such a good idea to get LASIK surgery during fall. The trees are so pretty, and I think I have X-ray vision. But my thing was like, I guess that really changed it for me because before it was just kind of just color splotches, you know. And then when you get LASIK, is all I'm saying, or get the contacts.
My wife just got it a few months ago. She was blind before. Like I actually
does she not love it?
Like I was kind of fearful for her driving in a car every day. I'm like, bro, we got to do something because you can't see a sign.
She's driving all vibes.
And driving, drive with your heart, not your eyes.
Yeah.
But she got LASIK. And bro, wild. I'm like,
isn't it?
Throw the binoculars away, baby. We're seeing for days.
It's crazy.
Out here. Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
I'm lucky. I got, I ate my carrots as a kid. I got the good vision.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are just your eyes.
Actually, so I have light blue eyes, and a condition that light blue-eyed people suffer from. I have extreme sunlight
light sensitivity.
Bro, if we walk outside in the daylight, I'm basically either closing my eyes talking to you, or I have to be like, hold on, let me get my sunglasses.
It's painful.
On. It sucks. Like, my eyes start watering, and if I, try to man up and hold my eyes open, then I look real rough.
Yes.
It's like,
and also, you're in your head about it. And once you're in your head about it, it's like you just feel it more.
So, I have great vision. Not outside, though.
Yeah. Great indoor vision.
Great indoor
vision. How are your eyes? They're all right?
Sun-shaded vision.
So, I need to get them checked. Like, they're clear. Everything's clear.
Can you see us?
Yeah. Everything's good.
How many fingers am I holding?
I don't got any blurs or anything, but, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I haven't got them checked in a long, long time. Your eyes are a weird thing where, they could be fucked up and they will compensate for that fucked up
you
thing.
Don't even know.
And now they're, working double time, for years and years, and you don't fucking know it. And then one day they're, weak and fucked up because you were lazy and stupid.
First sign is headaches.
I need to, do something.
Yeah,
My
headaches.
wife was getting headaches real bad. And after her LASIK, she still gets them here and there, but her headaches went away exponentially.
Yeah, but
I'm like, because she would ride down the road like this. I'm like, bro, how can you, at the end of the day, how does your face not hurt?
I feel like it would go with people who get motion sickness too. I think it has to do with vision. I think your vision's fucked up, and that's why you get motion sickness. Because, I don't know.
Do you actually want to know why you get motion sickness?
Sure.
Yeah.
Your body thinks you're being poisoned.
Okay.
Yeah.
How?
So when you, motion sickness is the same thing, but virtual reality sickness, right? So when we're talking about the sim, I have an actual VR headset you put on, and it looks like you're sitting in a car. I can't last 30 seconds. It makes me run to the bathroom.
Really?
So I was doing a little research, and apparently it is the same chemical reaction in your brain as when you've been poisoned, because your brain thinks you're moving and you're not. So it goes, holy shit, I ate something I shouldn't have, get it up. Motion sickness is literally the same thing.
Interesting.
Your brain thinks you've been poisoned.
Because you're not actually moving.
Or you're not moving the way you naturally would be. And your brain goes, hey, this ain't right. Throw up, get the shit out of your stomach. 100%. Yeah. So any motion sickness, VR sickness, all that is the same endorphin reaction as poison.
Do you feel like the people that are playing with the VR have an edge?
No, actually the opposite.
Okay.
It's cooler. It's more immersive.
Right.
But it's very glitchy and it's not optimized. The best guys are the triple screen dudes. They'll have 3 seamed in screens that look like you're literally in a car cockpit.
Right.
And they can just turn their head and they can look peripheral.
Right.
Yeah. I use a setting called neck effects. So I only have one big screen in front of me, and as I turn it follows the G-force of the car. So when I turn the car and I'm drifting sideways, it automatically spins the view for me, if that makes sense. So I'm looking straight while driving that way because the view changes on the screen.
Gotcha.
I'm not actually moving my head back and forth.
Right.
So when I got in a real car, that was a little different.
Sure.
I'm looking straight out the windshield going that way.
Yeah.
10 minutes in, I was like, oh shit, you can look around this thing? Hell yeah, baby, I want to be over there. That car goes over there. No problem. So like any drifting's hand-eye coordination, just like any other sport. You look where you want the car to go, and somehow, if you're good at it, your ass ends up. Right. That,
Now, is there a lot of shit happening on the fucking pedals and shit?
Oh yeah, we're dancing out there, buddy. Clutching left, brake, clutch, gas.
I've seen them have to like turn their shit sideways and do like brake and gas at the same time, dude. Like it's weird. Like two
I
one foot at the same time.
Heel toe and drift. I've never seen a situation where I need to. Okay. Like usually, like in a lead run, I'm a fourth gear ripper, buddy. I get the car to fourth gear because we're sending it. Clutch dump and you're on throttle most of the time. You have a handbrake for abrupt movements is the best way to explain it. And then you use your foot brake, so you're driving with both feet most of the time to settle the car, pitch angle in, extend turns. So your foot brake is very important in the finesse part, right? Like you really got to be, you got to have some touch on the brake. But yeah, there are other guys you watch them, like pro dudes, and they'll have a pedal cam set up, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, dude, what? Like, how? He looks like he's double bass drumming.
Right.
Like, and it's
what
crazy.
Is happening?
Yeah, because you got steering wheel in one hand, shifter and handbrake, and then so it's like drumming. Literally.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Each hand is doing something. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's crazy.
When they do two pedals, 1 foot, it's just like, what?
Yeah, that's a big road race technique for rev matching, right? So when you brake, you want to hit the gas to bring the RPM up for easier shifting, etc. Makes your lap times quicker because there's no RPM drop. So yeah, those fucking double pedal blip, I don't use any. I don't need to use any of that.
Yeah.
But there's guys out there that do shit daily.
Now the photography, you got into the photography because of the drifting, or
So photography and media in general spawned from drifting. Once again, I was actually involved in real drag racing.
Right.
So I've been around motorsports.
Yeah, you've been into cars forever.
Been into car. My first job at 14, I literally went in George Fox Middle School, got a work permit. And I got a job at a Toyota dealer at 14, boxing parts up and shipping them. People would put on, back then it was through AOL. You get an online order and literally, they need these brake pads, box them, and they're going to Texas, whatever. Right. So I was packing parts up at 14 years old. All I've, other than my stint in culinary school and when we had the barbecue truck during COVID and all that, only ever done car shit.
Right.
Drifting, once again, 99% of my experience is sim experience that I'm transitioning to real life. Media was spawned out of that because I wanted to be on track sooner.
Right.
I knew my first drift car I bought, 93 BMW 3 Series Coupe, E36. And I did it backwards how most people do. Most people, they buy a cheap car, they throw a couple dollars in it, and they go start drifting. For me, that's the sim. Like, I didn't need that right off the rip. Like, I can do all the laps I want in the sim, in my opinion, get all the same mechanics, which I've since proven by linking a track in under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't need to go buy that first stock angle, weld the rear diff and run used tires type shit, right?
Yeah.
For me, we'd passed that stage with the sim. So my first car I built was to be my pro Formula Drift car. This car has, I like receipts I can't even begin. Can't even begin to tell you. It's ungodly.
Yeah.
And it's still a shell with a roll cage. Like, it's still years away from done.
That's crazy.
So, knowing that and knowing the timeline, I was like, no, I need to get involved. I need to get involved sooner than that. Once again, I'm already involved in the sim, but I'm talking about that real life shit. Smelling the fuel in the tires and hearing the engine. All the happy horse shit. So we were cleaning out the closet one day. I found this old Canon Rebel T3, like, you know, it wasn't even a good camera back when it came out 20 years ago. It was like entry level shit that my wife bought for a college electoral she had to take to graduate. Used it for that class and never again. I was like, what the hell is this? So I'm walking around taking pictures of shit, taking pictures of my car, taking pictures. I'm like, damn, this is for a shitty camera. Right. These don't look bad. You got to realize I'm already kind of around drifting a little bit. So I see what my other local, now, for lack of a better term, media competition, or my fellow, because a lot of them aren't. They're homies. Like, right. I'm blessed to be from an area where a lot of the media guys don't look at each other as competition, where there are some scenes that is not the case. Like, it's cutthroat, and I'm like, you're all here to take pictures of the same cars. You're fucking kidding me. Yeah. But anyway, I saw what the offerings were, right? And I was like, well, shit, I have no idea what I'm doing. This camera is a $200 camera, and my pictures look like these. Right. Like, what if I actually applied myself? The podcast applied. You guys just had an episode about applying yourself. Yeah. But if I applied myself, invested a little bit into some actual equipment, and go try this, right? First, I went out there, I shot an event, and
you're able to just go do?
I luckily, because I kind of already had a little bit of an in.
Got you.
I was able to kind of get with the right people and go, hey, I just want to show up and see how it goes. Yeah. Like, you know, whatever. And the track owner was like, hey, you know, show up, come in, shoot, whatever. The guy, Marco, at the time that was running the drift events, I wrote him. I was like, hey, I'm going to be there kind of for my first time. Yeah, come out, whatever. They were super great about it. I shot, and the pictures were mediocre at best, right? But the instant, like I got a couple hundred Instagram followers in a weekend. Like, the immediate, holy shit. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm not really even impressed with these photos.
And are you doing that on your Instagram page, or you have a page for it?
Yeah, on my own Instagram. Okay. Right? So at the time, I was literally, I didn't have anything. Right. Like, I'm on my own socials, dude. Right. I don't, this is my first event I had ever shot. Nobody even knows who I am. Right. So I post these pictures up in a couple Facebook groups and whatever, and blah, 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 and it spreads like wildfire. Next thing you know, I'm getting hit up. Hey, man, when's the next event you're going to be at? Blah, 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 whatever.
Are you slapping, like, stamps on them bitches?
Got a little, at the time I had a little in the bottom of, you know, all the photographers, they put their little stamp in the middle, which I've since, for the most part, stopped doing. It's kind of condescending at this point. I'm fucking nobody. If somebody wants to take my picture, so what? Yeah. Who cares? Right. So I've every once in a while, if I don't catch it, because Lightroom automatically tries to apply my watermark, and I have to tell it not to. But I stopped watermarking my shit. It looks much more professional. Right. But yeah, I had my watermark. You know, I thought I was hot shit, right? But my photos were really mediocre because I was new, just like anybody just starting should expect. I've always been a man of realistic expectations, right? So I said, look, this is not going to get me the result I want. Let's invest a little time and money, etc. So we fast forward. I shoot a couple events. Actually shot my first paid one. Once I got paid, and it wasn't a lot of money, but it was money, right? I was like, all right, we're on to something.
Yeah, for sure.
I bought the newest Canon that had just come out, the EOS R8. A little bit of an investment. Bought a baller telephoto. I bought a drift car worth of camera shit. Like, I could have bought a car and been drifting with everybody. Shit. Instead, I was like, no, I'm going to make all you motherfuckers look good, and while you're having fun. Yeah. I could have bought my camera bag has more. I'm going to probably get robbed at an event for saying this, but I got more in my camera bag than most of the cars I shoot at grassroots level. Not pro car. Pro cars have hundreds of thousands, but I shoot $1,000 fucking shit boxes with a $4,000 camera. Right. That's just the camera. I got a $600 SD card. Like, so there is some investment in this now.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So,
which makes you want to kind of do it more, right?
It made me want to put out a better product. It made me want to really showcase these guys, because we have, like, drifting's just coming up in our area. Like I said, Capitol Raceway, they poured a pad a couple years ago. They've been doing extensions, blah, blah, blah. There's some fucking talent, buddy. There's some, like, street takeover kids and shit tired of doing intersection donuts. And like, they're getting on the track now. And, bro, these are the same kids that in a couple years will be competing and winning money. Right. 100%. Like, They're used to spinning fucking Nissan.
Have you seen the street takeovers?
Oh my god, it's the worst.
So
it is the worst.
Explain what a street takeover is. I mean, I'm
gonna try to do it respectfully because I
Right.
have hatred in my heart for it. So I'm gonna try. It is people who have literally no respect for any property or other people or anything. Most of the time,
if not a blatant disrespect for some of those things.
It is very blatant.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it ends in shit being burnt to the ground or people being shot or run over or whatever.
Exciting stuff.
But yeah, no, it's literally just groups of kids. A lot of times they're, younger than me most of the time when you see them on video. They're just in intersections, shutting down metropolitan intersections. At this point, it doesn't matter the time of day. It used to be.
And by shutting down, he doesn't mean sectioning off with cones.
No.
They just will go in a horde.
1,000 people.
Dude, and show up somewhere. They call it a street takeover, and they do literally that.
And they just do donuts.
And if you're going to work or your
and
daughter has to go to the hospital,
yeah, dude.
doesn't
So
matter.
the disregard for all of the shit going on around them.
If you just YouTube street takeover, you'll see people getting smacked by cars. You'll see fights. You'll see fucking.
Me and my.
Everyone's wearing a shiesty.
Oh yeah, me and my buddies will sit and drink beers and watch takeover compilations of them getting soared through the air, bro. And I'm like, and the problem is, and bro, I hate to sound like a boomer. People associate that with drifting.
Yeah, of course.
Because these track owners do legal pits where they let these takeover kids come to the track. Because there's money. They don't give a shit if they kill each other at the track because you signed a waiver.
Yeah.
Right? But
That's
because there's money in it, they let them come to the track. And well, now that's drifting, right? Now, it ain't drifting, bro. That ain't even close to drifting.
Right.
Like, I could teach you to do donuts in a V6 Charger in an Ames parking lot in 5 minutes. Like, there's zero skill involved in that.
Right.
Like, and the crazy part is they hype each other up over it. Bro, you're crazy. Nah, bro, that shit's dumb. That's stupid.
And the people want to get as close as they can to it while
so then they get hit, and it's awesome.
People get
smacked, I love it, bro.
It sounds like a flash mob, but with cars.
It's very mob mentality because what's crazy is they'll be out there, they'll run into each other being idiots, and then want to drag the guy out the other car and fucking half kill him. I'm like, make this make sense.
And then sometimes
this make sense.
Sometimes they'll send a single cop out.
Yeah,
and it's a cop car,
and
they overtake the whole cop car.
They're doing donuts
in the cop car.
Real
Dude,
quick,
there's no laws. There's no
right because they're starting to realize there's not other than internet clout. And once they get in trouble, right, and an insurance company won't take them, and they total their dad's fucking scat pack, like they're like,
it's all on camera. There's cameras everywhere.
And it's all on camera. So now, like, it's all clout till you fuck up. Then they're clowning you everywhere, bro. So
like that,
immediately the people will turn in an instant.
They're not
any realm, any circle, any corner of the globe.
Yeah,
bro. The villagers will turn in an instant.
Yeah, they're waiting for a witch hunt.
Anyone
but them.
They say sharks smell blood in the water. Nah, man smells blood in the water. Baby.
The conversation started out with basically gatekeeping and how like certain you would think you want to open up something to everyone, right? In a way you do.
I see what you mean.
But the reason gatekeeping exists
is to
literally
keep
is that other part.
So,
like the thing that like
gatekeeping is very much a double-edged sword.
It really is.
I'm not going to mention them directly.
The blacks.
No, an organization. I'm not.
I know.
No, dude, they should gatekeep shit. Other people ruin their stuff all the time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There's an organization lately, a drift organization coming up, right? And they're doing something very cool and very cutting edge, but it is gate kept. It is invitation only to the best of the best drivers, blah, blah, blah. And at first, like as a media guy, I wanted to go shoot media there. And I'm like, well, bro, why the fuck are y'all keeping something so great, so, gate kept, secret, tight knit, whatever fucking package you want to put it in? But I understand now because there's been people like it's mountain drifting, like toge drifting, and there's people wrecking their cars off the side. So I can understand why they ain't gonna just let every average fuck in there.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It is a very much a double-edged sword. It's like you want to be welcoming to people new to anything because it's going to die out if you don't.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, knife making would have been gone a long time ago if some old dude didn't go, hey, here's how you fucking do this.
Yeah.
But to an extent, it's like...
And they could have the argument that because it's so gate kept, we have to do these street takeovers.
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's where...
So I've never been a fan, like, the dirt bikes on the streets. Oh, well, if there was a place to go... Well, okay. I want $1 million. There's nobody giving me $1 million, so by your logic, I can go rob a bank, right? Because there's nowhere to ride your dirt bike. You think that allows you to do it illegally on the roadway. So, you're not giving me $1 million, so I'm gonna leave here and go rob a bank. It's the same logic as far as I'm concerned.
Interesting. So, to me, it's flawed logic, but in the way of like, even if there's places to ride, they're not getting the same thing they are from doing it on the street.
I guess my point is it's nobody's job to provide that to you. When I was a kid and had a dirt bike, bro, I had a buddy that lived over the Bay Bridge in Delaware.
Yeah, you got to
We had to drive 3.5 hours to ride in his cornfield. Nobody built me shit, and guess what? I wasn't doing wheelies up Ritchie Highway. So to me to go, well, nobody is providing me this, so it justifies this illegal act.
Right.
Dirt biking and bank robbery to Paul mean the same thing. It's nobody's giving me $1 million, so it's okay for me to go take that $1 million from somebody.
Shit, even if they did give it to you, like they'll build a skate park, people still will be like, I still want to skate these streets.
Well, yeah. So that's what Justin's saying. Like either way, certain people are going to do certain.
And you're
shit.
right as well.
But
so I'm not
justification in, well, these kids got nowhere to ride their dirt bikes, so the street is where they're going to do it. Yeah. To me, is not a very good justification.
Right. I'm not giving you a butt. I'm giving you an and. Because it's like, all right, well, right. No one wants to have sex with me.
You bought a
so
bike.
Does that mean
I'm
going
to go take pussy. Yeah, it's
the
like
first woman I see on the street.
Exactly. Just because something's not provided for you doesn't mean
I'm a very much a what's good for the goose kind of guy. You know what I mean? It's like we can't just go take what we want. Yeah. So why do other people think they can? So
right.
I don't know. But yeah, the takeover kids, man, they're coming out to the track. They're getting better. A lot of them are really good drivers. And what's cool is like our area specifically is starting to kind of develop a scene, right? So there's nobody to gatekeep it.
That's cool.
It's where I'm lucky enough to be a part of.
I was going to say it probably feels cool to be in the.
It is because if I was to go up to Jersey where Club Loose and all that shit is, they're going to be like, bro, go the fuck back to Maryland. We don't want you here.
Right.
Like they're about a very specific thing and a very specific set of people,
right.
And that's great because guess what? Some of the cleanest cars and the best driving in the country. So, like Mike said, maybe it's not so bad that they don't let everybody in.
Right.
You know, it's all where you fall on the grand scheme of things.
Now, did you say toge?
Toge.
What the fuck is that?
Toge is where Japanese drifting started in the mountains of Japan.
Gotcha.
What the actual word means, I have no idea.
Right.
Toge is like, whereas we drift on flat racetracks for the most part, like they're drifting windy mountain roads in much lower horsepower cars typically. But yeah, toge drifting is...
Would you get down with that?
It's actually my favorite.
Really?
In the sim. So
well, it's a little different, I'm sure.
In the sim, I use it to prepare for comp drift, kind of like I said about rally, right?
Yeah.
Comp drifting on a flat track, although be it quick paced, it's not fast paced. Toge, rally, things of that nature are very quick. Like it is a lot of you're reacting split second type stuff. So if I go drive, a toge line or a series of them for a couple hours, and then I just go drift a regular track, put the car wherever, no problem, because I just had to not die.
Yeah, and then simulations. So I was skydiving this past weekend, and I was at a place where like this. So I didn't realize this, but my cousin Jessica was telling us, but they live there at the landing zone.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of RVs and shit, and people live there.
Sick.
Yeah, very sick. They walk a couple minutes and get on a plane and fucking do their dives. But they were saying there's iFlies, those indoor ones. They said they're actually super helpful in learning how to free fall. Yeah. To me, it would be how could that be similar? But they said
pretty soon there's going to be a simulation for everything because that's where technology's going. They use it in the military and law enforcement. You know what I mean? In these simulator training, they can do live fire training in a simulator. You know what I mean? So. It's that flight sim has been around forever. Most pilots get, real flight sim hours logged and shit. Like it's a big thing, and it's all, once again, it depends where you want to be. You can get into sim drifting for $1,000. That's PC because you got to have a computer to begin with. So you buy your computer, then all your stuff. You can get into it for $1,000, or there's $50,000 motion sim rigs. Just like everything, there's extremes. Right?
I'm looking forward to the fucking. You said everything will be a simulation eventually. 100%.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. I think to the point of, and I'm going to go extreme. So I'm an extreme guy.
Mm-hmm.
The simulation of a drug experience.
Well, that VR has that.
Yeah. But I mean through the consciousness. Not just the visually. Like to where you can take the knob on a DMT trip and turn it up and extend it. Yeah. And I imagine they'll have that. I just can't imagine they wouldn't.
All they would have to do is be able to, because I would assume what you mean is electronically induced, not drug induced.
Correct.
Okay. All they would have to do is be able to tap into your neurological
the same brain
system
systems,
and your endorphin system, literally.
Whatever chemicals are spiking and doing.
If they can access those receptors and give them voltage or neurons or whatever, I'm not a biologist, I know a little bit, but if they can trigger those pathways, because once again, a drug that you take, you're experiencing a reaction. You're not experiencing the drug. The drug is useless. It is a compound.
You're experiencing your receptors in your brain.
Body's reaction to said drug, right? That's why there are psychedelics and there's shit that just kind of makes you tingle all over. Like you said, intensity level.
Yeah.
So if some fucking guy is like, oh yeah, I imagine something like, in a movie where they put this crazy helmet on you with wires and shit connected, you know what I mean? And they send you off into the fucking ether.
Dude, it's weird that all we're operating on at all times is electrical signals.
Yes.
Like that blows my mind. It's like, 100%. And I'm an electrician, and it's like the idea that
in a body full of water, think about that as an electrician.
Right. The most conductive shit ever.
Exactly.
And then all this stuff's electrical signals. There's something called TCDC. Transcranial direct current.
Mm-hmm.
So people are shocking their brain. Now you can go to doctors and get this, but there's if you go down
there's machines you can buy, I think.
And if you go down a Reddit rabbit hole, these motherfuckers are making them.
Oh,
you know?
I would
and dude, Paul. They're sitting at home, bro, being internet sleuths and trying to shock their brain out of depression.
Neil Brennan, dude. He that's how I learned about it.
He did some of it.
Doing transcranial, whatever the fucking
TCDC. And again, if you go to a professional, even still, it's a little new. It's like getting the first person to get LASIK or something.
You'll hear it on the radio. They'll talk about if you have depression, anxiety, electromagnetic therapy and shit, and that's what it is. I mean, you got to realize, dude, they were doing that shit early on in the early 1900s.
Well, then it was crude. Yeah, they were trying to shock the gay out of you back then.
Exactly.
When the pray the gay out didn't work, they said electrocute the gay out.
Exactly. Lobotomize him. We'll get the gay out.
Lobotomy.
Oh, Neil would describe it as being pecked by a shitty woodpecker for 30 minutes. That's what he, so. Sounds awful.
He tried all kind of shit.
Yeah,
ayahuasca was the kicker for him.
Some of the shit people try is kind of crazy to me. I mean, once again, who am I to judge? But like you said, some hooking, jumper cables to your fucking nipples and hoping it makes you run faster is kind of crazy.
Yeah, people are doing it.
Somebody out there is definitely doing it.
The world's so vast. It's like there's someone who's going to do all of it.
Well, and especially with this theory that if you can think of something, it exists.
Yep.
Right? There's that whole.
If you can think of something, there's a porn for
exactly. So
it's literally.
What is kind of scary about humanity is whatever your deepest, darkest fucking thing you can think of. There's some actual sick fuck out there doing it.
That created a museum for it.
It has a fucking album. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, dude, I would like to think I'm way low on that totem pole of weird shit.
Right.
Like, I'm very, on the grand scheme of things, old-fashioned. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But meat and potatoes kind of guy.
Very much so. Yeah, there's some folks out there.
I like my women with pussy.
Exactly.
Mr. Traditional.
Yeah, there's some folks out there that are into some shit that I can't even begin to imagine.
Which we're not going to kink shame, but we can just say we can't imagine it. Couldn't imagine it for us.
I just would shame myself if that was my kink. You know what I mean? So I'll self harm.
Do you deal with any self shame?
Self-shame, no. Self-doubt, yes. and they're sometimes misinterpreted, right? I take shame in nothing. I'm a firm believer in everything you do, in your timeline is like kind of what we talked about, or they're just learning experiences.
Yeah.
Even if you had somebody hold in your hand, they're that person's learning experiences. Like nobody has, people have done this shit before us, but we're all doing it for the first time.
This is the only moment this is happening in. Yeah.
We're all doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Once again, because even if you had the best guide teacher in the world, with soul wisdom,
they're just a
spiritual,
person too.
all of that shit, you're only learning from their experiences.
Right.
So I have no shame in literally anything I've ever done.
Beautiful. And I think there's a difference between guilt and shame too, that people conflate.
Oh,
they say that guilt, like you can do something and maybe feel guilty about, and I could be messing this up, but my interpretation of it was like, you can do something in a moment and go, I feel guilty for having acted that way. Yeah. But shame is like, I'm guilty about who I am. Shame is like about me as a person, which is why to me shame does no good.
For me, shame almost requires some level of premeditation, if that makes sense, right? Like if you said, go out in the backyard and whittle me a fucking blah, 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 and I brought it to you and you were like, what the fuck is this? That's just me, lacking experience, lacking knowledge, blah, 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 right? There should be no shame in that. But if I have all of the knowledge and the tools and the ability, and I go out and I bring you bullshit, to me, there's shame in that.
Interesting.
Because it's premeditated.
It makes sense, yeah.
I had the opportunity. I had the tools. I had the ability.
The wherewithal.
And I squandered it. There's shame in that. To give it a fucking college try and fail, that's part of being human.
For sure.
So, no, guilt is a natural human reaction. You fucked up and you feel bad. That's guilt.
Right.
Everybody has felt guilt a time or two in their life. You said something, you did something you shouldn't have done, you acknowledge it, and that's guilt, right?
Yeah.
Shame to me is like, you went into it knowing you were going to do something wrong, it didn't have the outcome you wanted, and now it's this level of almost like disappointment in the outcome, not necessarily in yourself. Right. I don't know, it's very nuanced.
It is. That's why I like talking about it. Yeah.
But no, dude, I find no shame. I mean, I'm sure throughout my life, there are things I can look back on and go, man, I should have done this differently, or I shouldn't have done that at all, or whatever. And I use that as fuel to the next time I'm approached with that scenario or a similar scenario to go, let's not fucking do that again. But to go, oh man, I can't live with this that I've done. I can honestly say I've never felt. Luckily, I've never felt that.
Because that keeps people sick. Shame keeps people in addiction, dude. It keeps people.
If at the least, it keeps people sick. It
Right.
can cause way worse.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Cause people to check out.
Dwelling? Yeah, dwelling. Dwelling's bad. Don't dwell.
Yes.
Well,
Shame, though, is good. It's a tool. Like, you just choose it as a tool. I mean, it really is. Like,
it can be if it, once again, if it motivates you, or is, like I said, the fuel to do better, right?
Sure.
Bro, a mistake's a mistake. And the old adage about insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again. But it is true, as cliche as it sounds, like, they stop becoming mistakes at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I had a guy that, like, once again, I own a business. I've owned multiple businesses. And if I had a guy that worked for me that every day just fucked up and fucked up and fucked up, and I actually, once again, gave him the proper tools, the ability, the knowledge, blah, 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 and he just kept making mistakes, at what point, as me, the guy that's supposed to be the concrete in the scenario, go, these are no longer mistakes. Buddy's just not getting it, or he doesn't care. Whatever the root cause is, a mistake happens and you learn from it, right?
Yeah.
The second time, it's not a mistake anymore.
Right.
It's a habit at that point. Like,
yes.
So I've met people in my life, and unfortunately people very close to me, that are they're habitual, fall into the same over and over and over for years type shit. And it's like, bro, I stopped having empathy for you a while
And it's
back.
hard to hold space for that. It is.
Because it's like,
even if you love them and want to.
Oh, yeah, because it's like you literally have in your hand. Like, I use this phrase with my wife sometimes when she's kind of stuck with a situation. I'm like, you're the captain of your own ship. I can't tell you what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're the captain of your own ship. And like, you could have all of it right in the palm of your hand. And I know people personally that they don't care. They throw that shit to the wayside.
Yeah.
Pick what's safe, what they know, what they've done.
Yeah.
And look around and go, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Look at your timeline till today. And if, once again, like I said earlier about the judging, I'm very critical, but if you can't look back at your timeline and see where you fucked up, there's no help for you.
Yeah, I guess I try to look at it with the empathy on that other person by going like, even though they have the ability, the knowledge, the whatever, they're not the same as me. You know, so it's like maybe they're just fucked up, and it's like I can have empathy for it, but not necessarily hold space. Especially when it's like if they're venting to you about the same thing, and it's like you're just talking to yourself. You're not listening to any of my advice. You're not. It's hard to hold space, and sometimes that's all you need to do. I heard this good ass quote the other day where it's about holding space. You know how humans are always trying to solve, trying to figure, trying to do, and sometimes you just need to hold space. You know, there's a dope ass Buddhist saying. It's like don't just do something, stand there.
Yeah.
And I love that saying. It's like the little flip flop on the average one, but sometimes it's all you can do. It's
I have learned in my day-to-day operations, I have to do that.
Right.
Because if I was to react to every little thing that happened, I'd be frantic.
Yeah.
I would be a nervous wreck because I'm the judge, jury, and executioner at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody above me to run to when shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror.
No
and go,
one to
all
pass
right,
the buck to.
How are we solving this one? So if I got fucked up over every little hurdle, I'd be weak. I'd be literally a mess, bro. I wouldn't be able to keep my shit together. So you got to choose your battle.
Yeah,
right?
some of it's not yours to take.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go, look, dude, if you want to do what you want to do, I'm going to stay over here with my own shit, and I'm going to let you do what apparently you find joy in.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine any other reason you would continue to keep doing this shit.
Right.
You got to like something.
It's doing something for you.
Got to have, like, I'm a person, if there's not a benefit to me, I'm not involved. Like, it might sound very selfish, but I'm not involved in it. Like, if there's, that's not the right way to put it, because I'll give to people, I'll donate.
Sure, no. I get what you meant, though.
Like, things that I'm passionate about, I should say.
You're gonna spend your time
doing if I'm going to actually get involved, not just, there was a hurricane, let me break off 500. There's nothing for me in that, and I'll do it. I'm talking about, like, if you want my time and my value, your shit better make sense.
Right.
Like, it better... So... people that continue to do the same thing, if they have the same logic as me, like, there's gotta be something for you in it for you to be doing the same shit over and over.
But they might not have the same logic as you. They
and
might have,
and that's the problem.
Yeah,
they might not.
Yeah,
We're
it's
all
like the logic is there, but their shit
yeah.
might be just differently skewed.
And for me, like, I've always had a hard time because I've never struggled with addiction. I've never, like, certain outside influences that people deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been depressed ridden, the kind of can't get out of bed shit.
Is it just like talking about me, or
no but
I'm kidding,
so
I'm kidding.
I do kind of find I don't want to say empathize, but I find it hard to go, oh yeah, I've experienced that, right? But what I can acknowledge is that there are some people, bro, that their shit is just wired a little differently than the next guy.
Yeah.
And you have to respect that.
Yeah, or at least go like, I don't get it.
It
ain't for me to get.
I mean, that. So if nothing else, just throw your hands up and go, hope it works out.
Yeah, they're not me.
I try to at least, well, man, I'm sorry you're going through that, or, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, dude, it sucks that mental health is such a neglected thing in our society because I feel like it could fix so much.
Dude, for men especially.
For men,
Dude,
but in general. Yeah, I mean...
But you know how many times I talk about therapy and people go like, I don't need that.
I
don't need that, or I'm not crazy.
Yeah, well,
that's just
you don't know you need.
Are you talking about me?
And maybe you don't need it, but like you don't need a fork and knife to eat a steak.
No,
but it sure as fuck helps.
No, but I guarantee somebody that goes into a therapy session and that they approach it skeptically. I had to do family therapy as a kid, but 30 minutes in, bro, they'll feel changed. They'll feel brand fucking new, bro. Because sometimes you'll have shit that bothers you don't even realize.
Yeah, you don't even know. you're so in it.
Yeah.
You're in left to right foot, left foot, right foot. You don't have a chance to go. Most people don't have a chance in their day to stop and go like, am I okay?
No.
I know I have a job. I know I have the wife. I know I have this, but am looking in the mirror like, am I okay?
Yeah, no, we do. We go through our day taking a lot for granted. But no, we don't focus enough on am I okay, right?
Yeah.
It's just that like getting from the,
I'm a provider. I need to keep going.
Like legs of a relay race, right? Like you're just trying to get over that fucking hump, baby, and then we'll
and
deal.
Then you're the one grabbing the baton.
Exactly, and we'll deal with the next hump when it comes. And it's like, no, we all as individuals, if we just took a little more time to focus on ourselves, I think our society as a whole would benefit
100%.
Because there are places where it's proven in other parts of the world where they do focus on individuals and mental health and family and principles and shit. Those people live fucking amazing, long, healthy lives until into their 90s and 100s in the Mediterranean. You know,
or some things it's like you'll push down something and go like, well, that's not bothering me. Because it might not be in your forefront.
In the priority list.
It might not even be bothering you here, but it might be bothering your system. And it's like, you can go your whole life without realizing it. And you can live a fine life without it.
You can live, look, I can attest to, I'll go my whole life with unresolved shit. I have unresolved shit that'll stay unresolved. But I can live with that.
Yeah.
I had that talk with me.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? This shit's never gonna change. The day I was like, this shit's never gonna change, bro, I felt better. I literally felt better. I was like, and I don't want to say I stopped caring because I didn't. But when I accepted, like, nah, this is just the way this scenario is gonna be for eternity.
Yeah.
Bro, I felt a weight.
I bet.
I was like, man, this feels nice.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there were times where I would catch that shit sneaking up on me without realizing. I'm like, it's a great day. The sun's shining. The jam's on the radio. Like, it's a Friday and I'm going home to have a steak dinner. Why do I feel this way?
Yeah. And look, I hate the word because it's been so overused, but you can get triggered, right? Like I'll get triggered by something and I'll be like in this argument where I can evaluate in real time and go, I don't even give a fuck about this argument.
Yeah.
I'm mad about some whole other shit.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's like this triggered me and it reminded me of this other thing, which just sounds
it's very easy for us to project that onto the outside because it's that snowball, right? Like that bottling up. You know what I mean? You just kind of you keep filling the cookie jar, and one day that shit spills over, and you'll be screaming about shit you didn't even know was still making you mad.
Yep. Or just manifesting the same problems over and over again. It's like if you've had 17 of a bad girlfriend in the row in the same way, guess what? You're probably an issue. It's like you're the common denominator. It's maybe worth looking at.
100%. So then you have to reach that point where, like me, I said, this is just going to be what it is and accept it and move on and feel better. Or go, fuck, I can't go through this again. Let me do whatever it takes to not feel the way I feel right now.
Yeah.
And I've approached other scenarios like that. I never want to feel this feeling again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that simple.
Right.
So I made my life so I never feel that feeling again. And I think it comes back to you're the captain of your own ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, can you, when shit's rocky out there, can you put it in gear, grab the wheel and go, fuck, we got to go that way.
Yeah.
Even if you can't see what's that way,
I think
you just know that's the direction we have to head.
I do think that you have a strong ability to grab and steer your ship, where I think that in that analogy, other people might go, look, I know I need to steer the ship that way, but my steering wheel is off.
Yeah,
it's not attached to anything. It's like, I know what I need to do, but something about the way I'm driving, you know, and it's just like,
and
we're
see,
lucky.
That's where as a human being, I don't feel it's my place to tell another, just get your shit together.
Yeah,
like,
pull yourself up by the bootstrap.
My wife, there's times I'll look at her and be like, you just need to get your shit together. And there's times she looks at me.
Yeah.
You just need to, we can talk to each other more. But if I just hit you up out of the blue because I saw a Facebook post, Justin, get your shit together, you're going to be like, fuck you, dude. Like, once again, it's either the ability within oneself or having that person around you that can go, nah, dude, we're going to fucking bolt the steering wheel back on, and that's the way we're going.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, throughout my life, I've had to be that person for me.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's worked.
brother, I mean, only person going to let me down at this point in my life is me.
That's a beautiful feeling. You
Literally.
don't even have anyone else have that power.
That's it. Literally. Only person can break my heart is me.
Damn.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're leaving, it's like the idea of, leaving all that vulnerability on the table for someone else to crush or for some external
And I'm married, bro. Like I've given all of myself to my wife, but at the end of the day, if she left me tomorrow, I wouldn't be heartbroken. I would feel every emotion but that because of the time we've had together. But there are things I could do to myself right now that I could never forgive.
Right.
I hold that power over myself. And I learned early on, if you take that power away from other people, then in times of desperation, you already fucking know what to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. I guess I've built myself to be able to navigate things a little better. The difference is I'm just like you and him and the next guy and the next guy. Like if it's in me, it's in you and it's in Mike and it's in everybody. Like the old, bootstraps analogy, right?
Yeah.
As cliche and hard at times it is when you're going through your shit to go.
But I don't think everyone's the same though.
They're not. No, people are built different, and there are people built differenter than me.
For
like
sure,
I
for
am
sure.
not this fucking alpha
sure.
dude. Like I'm a chubby body drinking beers with you, like bullshitting about race cars. Like I'm not the example of some alpha male, like fucking blah blah blah. But I'm not a pushover, and I can tell you that I control 99% of my life.
Yeah, that's
literally.
Beautiful.
Like my shit is in my hands, bro. Other than the motherfucker running a stop sign and killing me, like I'm in control of my shit.
Yeah, that's tight.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that I've lost throughout my life that weren't in control of their shit.
Right.
And they're still alive, but they're not people I'll surround myself with anymore. Because it's like, nah, dude, if I can do this, you can too, and you're refusing. Not you. I'm just
the general you.
But they're refusing to do it, and I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not gonna stoop to that.
Yeah, well, you definitely seem like a guy who, like, when you set your mind to something, you just kind of do it. And like you said, I guess you're not looking to anyone else, like, to, fix the problem or to seek the solution, or you're just like, I'm gonna go and do this thing. I'm going to.
All you can do is try and fail, right? So, like the photography thing, like we'll touch on that again quickly. Like I knew I had nothing to lose, right? I go spend money, right? That's nothing.
Yeah.
Like we blow money on dumb shit all the time as human beings, like stuff that's not even fucking important. So that's not a factor to me. So it's like if I lose some time, so what? Once again, going into it knowing I have nothing to lose. If I fail, made me better at it instead of the opposite. Man, I can't fail it. You're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, dude, it's about the attitude.
You like beer? You started making it yourself,
So we did a little bit of a break when COVID came. It made beer grains and stuff harder to get. Then the war over in the Ukraine happened.
There was a war?
And most people don't know that's where the number one import of beer grains comes from, that part of the world where Russia and the Ukraine are fighting. So that put a little bit of a damper into things. So yeah, that's peeled back a little bit. It's usually a winter hobby. So
the blood spilled over there was kind of rough, but the beer thing really fucking bothered me.
It's a shame, but the beer, man.
But the beer, guys.
No. So now the beer thing that's gonna ramp up here soon in the cold months.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll have to bring some cans over. You can see if my stuff is as good as this shit.
I mean, are you trying to make shit on this level?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been brewing since 2013.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Okay, I didn't realize how long it was.
We almost went commercial, and then COVID happened. Literally, I had quotes from major beer, equipment suppliers. We were scouting spots. Like, we were going to go big time. Yeah, and COVID came, and I was like, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
Now's not the time for a new venture.
What's the name of it?
Between the Tides Brewing Company.
Between the Tides.
I like
yeah,
it.
man.
I like it.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
One of my other hobbies turned business endeavors.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's working out.
Yeah,
like I said, you get into something and you just do it. I get into something and then do it for like 4 days and then I quit it.
I had that problem initially with a lot of things. I've tried a bunch of stuff and stuck with very, very few things.
And did you make it a discipline to stick with them, or you cared about them enough to stick with?
It's the stuff that I felt so passionate enough about I couldn't couldn't let it go to the wayside.
Exactly. So that's how and it sounds like a little bit of a cop out to me me when I say it, because I'm like, it's not that I'm undisciplined. It's that I don't care enough about that stuff.
Well,
but it's like everything.
I mean,
it's every single thing.
But everybody at the end of the day is like that. If
And
you're
it
not
is,
passionate
that's what
about something,
saying.
you're not gonna do it for very long, bro. You're like fucking, like your parents making you play violin for school.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit about violin. I want to play drums. You know what I mean? Like, that kid ain't gonna grow up to be in an orchestra. I can tell you.
Exactly.
He wants to play drums.
Right.
You need to have a kid that wants to play violin. He's gonna be in the orchestra. Like, you can force shit on people, but to me, they're not as good as people that willfully did stuff. You know what I mean? Like
you cook things.
I do.
Cooking is a chore to me.
So
it's just miserable.
My wife, I love her to death, but she'd burn a pot of boiling water. So I am the cook.
You're like, I had to be. It was out of necessity.
Once again, I did go to there was a time where I wanted to get out of the automotive business, so I did actually go to culinary school.
Okay, I remember you did drop that earlier.
So at home, bro, I apply my $30,000 education, and that's about it.
Were you into cooking prior to the culinary school?
Not, literally. I was not. I was like, I just want to get out of something. My buddy was a chef at a country club, and he didn't. When I say a chef, like he's a short order cook at a fucking McDonald's. It's country club food. It's no good. And he was like, yeah, dude, you should go blah blah blah, get a job on a cruise ship or something, make all kind of money. I heard all kind of money, and I was like, yup. $30,000 in student loan debt later, and I'm like, there's no money in this at all. So
but you be whipping some shit up. I see you over there smoking shit.
Oh, bro, I
fucking...
bet for the money I spent to go to that school, I better be able to whip something up. Because that's about the only application I've used it for.
Right.
Cook eggs 40 different fucking ways, and my wife likes them scrambled. Like, that's crazy shit, bro. Crazy. I can cook shit regular people don't eat. You know what I mean? Like beef tongue and stuff, like just stuff.
Yeah.
We had to cook all kind of crazy shit I've never even heard of before.
Right.
Like, bro, I don't eat half of this.
Yeah.
Give me a cheeseburger.
You're into the smoking game.
Love barbecue, bro. Mm-hmm. I love barbecue. That is my shit. Like, even though me and my buddy sold off the barbecue company, blah blah blah. Like, I still do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
And still fucking top tier. Like,
well, that's what's nice again, because you can tell it's a passion thing. It's not like, I'm gonna go do. You're just like, I'm doing this regardless. If I can do it and make money, cool. But if not, like, you're like, I'm doing this for me.
And what's cool about the barbecue thing, like, I tend to gravitate towards like things that require a starting something input and then a final product, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not the most I've never been the most creative person, right? So like, I'm not a great songwriter, like none of that kind of shit. But if you were like, hey, start with this blank slate with these pieces and make something at the end, I can, right? Gotcha. So like, for me, barbecue is very much like that. Like, you have to take this fucking hunk of meat, babysit it for 16 hours, and hope at the end it's not complete shit.
But you're not whipping up meat out of thin air, is what you're saying.
Absolutely
you're like
not.
Getting something.
No, I don't have to be a Picasso.
But that is nice, dude. Imagine sitting back and enjoying a barbecue that you made and a beer that you made.
I have, literally.
Yeah.
I've been able
drinking
to
and driving in your sim.
Yeah, I've literally been able to sit there and eat my barbecue, drinking my beer with friends. Whatever.
That's gotta feel nice.
I mean, it is because, like I said, even if I'm the only one that ever enjoys it, it was good enough for me.
Well, you're going to consume it either way, right? I'm just spending all my time consuming other people's shit.
Once again, I'm not doing it for money. I got a day job, bro. Everything, like, my automotive business is my income. Everything beyond that, if it cost me money, I don't give a shit.
You have kids?
No. 2 dogs. I've got two.
That's why he has hobbies. Like, literally, find a fucking dad.
That's why
with this many hobbies.
Yeah, bro. That's
obviously, kids are the greatest things in the world, and hobbies suck.
I got haters that are like, "How can you do all this shit?" I'm like, "Bro, you got 8 crotch goblins running around. Like, you spend in food what one of my cars costs to build. Like, I can spend money on dumb shit because I ain't got nobody responsible. Be responsible for anybody.
Mm-hmm. That's like the traveling. I like to travel, and people are like,
I just started traveling. I love it.
Really?
Bro, up until I hadn't been out of the tri-state area till like 26, bro, and now I'm going places.
Good.
Oh yeah,
it's the shit.
It's great,
It's
and I don't even give a fuck where I go.
That's
like,
how I feel.
People are like, oh,
anywhere but here.
I want to go to Disney, and I'm like, bro, take me to fucking bumfuck Ohio, as long as it's something different than where I live.
That's it, the novel experience.
Don't even give it. Like, we got a big 40-foot camper up on a mountain in Biglerville, PA, so an hour north of Gettysburg. This shit's in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing to do, but I love it.
Yeah.
You're 3,000 feet in the air away from nobody.
And you're just being.
And I can, guess what? The 2-hour drive up through the mountains is breathtaking.
Right.
And I ain't got to go on a plane to get there. There's beauty in our backyard. Bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can feel you on that. I've been trying to incorporate seeing more of what's been given to us.
Right. Because it's here.
Might as well take
just
it in,
waiting
bro.
to be looked at. And then
if
people are like, yeah, I'll travel once the kid's about 3 or 4. You know, it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. I'll travel when the kid's about 5. It's just like, look, I hope you guys do. But a lot of times it's easier said than done.
I will say that I definitely applaud and respect people that choose the parenting lifestyle over their own. Because there are people that they have kids and they don't care that they have kids. They're going to just keep doing them YOLO type shit and are horrible parents, right? But I'm talking about the people that
are owning it.
I'm talking about the people that are like, fuck, we had kids, I guess it's time to buckle down, time to adult, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, because me, that's the whole reason I never had kids, and I feel better about it. Like, I feel better knowing I didn't have children because I want to be able to do what I want to do and have what I want to have and have no body relying on me, than to have had children and think I should still be able to have that kind of lifestyle.
And then even if you don't choose it, be miserable. Or there's some, not miserable, but every time you're at a little, knowing that you self-abandoned, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
So for me, it was always like, I just never really saw myself being a dad or whatever. But no, it was literally, I got to a certain point where I'm like, I know there's a certain like vision for my life timeline that I have. And if I have kids, a lot of that shit's not going to be obtainable.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not.
Yeah.
Like, so instead of being a shitty person having kids anyway and still expecting to fucking go off on my grand adventure, daddy been staying out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I've been...
You got a vasectomy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why?
I've never had to. I've never... I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly, dude, so... I know, like, I remember you were big in skateboarding, right? So I was a BMX.
Skateboard in his trunk, right?
I was a BMX kid. And I had to be hospitalized one time for a little bit of an impact to the region. I gotta tell you, buddy, I think I'm shooting blanks.
Okay.
I don't think
I missed what we were talking about for a second.
I don't think that factory's fired up in a very long time.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
That's not something I'm super worried about.
Got it. You've been able to move with reckless abandon.
Buddy, we're out here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to put my shit out there, but like,
buddy, we're out here.
Like,
I love that.
I'm not looking over my shoulder. I can tell you what. You know what I mean? So,
I don't have one. I don't know if it's because I'm like not 100% sure on not having kids. It's like I'm so indecisive about everything. I want to keep the door open.
Well, like I said earlier, though, it does one of two things, right? Like there's somebody that I do know. She was the last person who I would have ever thought would, but not that I ever thought she couldn't make a great mother, right? But that I thought she would actually ever like if the day came she had a kid, I thought she'd be this kind of person, kids always with the grandma, she's at the bar, blah blah blah, whatever. And literally that is the exact opposite that happened. Like the day that she found out she was gonna be a mom, like her whole literally just changed her whole life. And I'm like, that's cool. Like, to me, that's cool.
Right.
Like, that the way a person can literally go, oh shit, there is now something more important than me.
Right.
I'm no longer the number one priority in my life. They say
that's the best part. Is you become so less self-centered.
Yeah, no, I'm going to continue to work.
That's how I feel, bro. I'm like, let me be selfish.
Nah, fuck all that. No,
I'm going to die one day.
No, I'll swaddle myself from time to time.
Yeah.
Powder my own bottom.
Right.
But no, I do. Like, I have such a deep appreciation for somebody... And maybe not just in that scenario, right? But that can literally do a complete 180 at the drop of a hat because they know they really don't have much of a fucking choice otherwise.
Yeah, they need
you know what
to.
I mean? So, no, dude, it like you said, it's one of those things where if, say it happened, you would literally have that moment where it either defines who you now are and you go, old Justin's gone, or YOLO bitch, Justin's still here. Like,
good luck with the kid,
little
bitch.
Fucking Timmy's gonna get in where he fits in. Like,
nah.
And unfortunately, bro, that's the world we live in.
I think that's the reason I won't. I know I'll be a phenomenal dad. And because of that, I know all my adventures get put on pause or stopped. It's not like, dreams, for me, it's not an option to continue being this with a kid.
Yeah,
I know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I
know I will be so full. This is what I need to do. This is the priority. This is more important than me.
Yeah.
You know? But right now, I'm more important.
Living for you, baby. That's what you gotta do. And like, that's the thing. Like, and I live, like, you know, I like a childless 37-year-old dude would be. Like, bro, we're fucking enjoying life. Because I can tell you, if I'm here in 10 years, I'm gonna be like, oh, fuck. I'm not religious, but I'm gonna be looking at the sky thanking somebody because, like, bro, it's getting harder and harder to make it every fucking day that passes. Yeah. Like, you know, life expectancy, all that shit, whether we realize it or not, is on a rapid decline.
Yeah, the microplastics in our taints.
Bro, the red dye number 7, like, everything, bro.
Dude, once the white girls get into reading the ingredients, bro, it's a wrap. You can't buy anything at the store.
Buy shit. It's
anything.
Like, guess we're drinking water.
What's for dinner? Water.
Yeah, and then you gotta worry about what you're putting the water in.
Oh yeah, are you filtering it right? Are you doing this?
So no, I mean, it is to a point where I am trying to, like, and once again, dude, I'm not some shaman, I'm not some alpha male, but I am trying to kind of live every day a little more meaningfully, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
and I don't think either one of those equate to shaman or alpha. As you're living that, there's some different word there.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. You know?
Yeah, it's like, and because I'm not spiritual, I'm not really, but I have realized that I've been kind of on coast for a little while. I've been on autopilot. You know what I mean? Because, knock on wood, I've not had much great adversity. Like, we have, you know, our one dog's had some health problems. He's epileptic. He has seizures from time to time, blah, blah, blah. We deal with it. It's part of life now. Like, my business, we have a bad day, a bad month, a bad week. I overcome it. We're moving on. Like, knock on wood, I've not had great fucking adversity recently to overcome. So I've almost been on coast and kind of taken some shit for granted. And I'm like, hey, let's kind of not get too comfortable, because when you do, that's when shit really fucking
you get complacent.
Exactly.
That's why I like intentionally almost seeking adversity.
So,
you know,
so it's funny
seeking
you say that.
A challenge, seeking something that gets me out of my comfort zone.
So that's why I'm building 2 race cars. Bro, it is frustrating. I want to burn shit to the ground half the time, blah, blah, blah. But it keeps me in a state of, you need to have the upper hand, but even just to overcome this fucking car you're working on, you got to constantly kind of keep the upper hand with things, right? So, if you have an easy life, then you almost have to put obstacles in
unless
your way.
you're just fine with the easy life and okay with the complacency. But
like
if you
I
feel
said
like
at the beginning of the cast, bro, I envy that shit. Like if the, you know, because people are like, oh, there's people out there that were born into nobody will, you know, the first man and woman on this planet weren't wealthy, bro. Like, even generational wealth was built by somebody. So I definitely envy somebody that can go, oh no, I was born and I'm 100 and I fucking, other than the one time I twisted my ankle, shit's been great. Bro, I wish.
Yeah.
I fucking wish.
I was so immersed.
People rag on that guy. I won't rag on that guy. I'm like, bro, good for you.
Right. I was so immersed in chaos for so long that for a while I would confuse peace with boredom.
Sometimes and that's where you gotta get into that, like, self-sabotage a little bit. Like, you can't be happy in the silence. You can't be happy in the peace. So you create a disturbance.
Right, I would. I would burn shit to the ground.
And I use you hypothetically, as a broaderist, but I know people like that. Literally, what do you mean? There's nothing. All right, let me set this on fire. There's no fires. Let me start one.
Yep.
Why?
Well, I was introduced by my therapist to years and years ago of an idea of healthy chaos. Because to me, it was, let me set something on fire when no one's looking. Yeah. And then once the flames start getting high, everyone's going to go, hey, what the fuck's going on? Exactly. And then I have to do something. It has to be. Yeah. So then the idea of, like, going on a spontaneous trip, jumping out of a plane, going to a metal show, whatever the thing is, where it's like, it's chaos, but it's controlled.
It is controlled chaos, and that's from like my outlet, motorsports and drift, it is that, right? It's you're harnessing something not designed to be harnessed. You're putting some power in your own hands, whether, like you said, whether it's skydiving, you're in a situation, you're putting yourself in a situation where you go, I know there could be repercussions to this. I'm acknowledging it, but guess what? I'm going to fucking do it anyway. And it's empowering.
And it's going to make me feel alive.
And it's empowering. Yeah. So for me, that's kind of drifting, right? And what I imagine I'm going to feel once I actually start getting heavily into the real life drifting stuff. Because let's face it, you don't get me wrong, in the sim when you're competing, bro, your heart's pounding. You're sweating. You're fucking shaking.
I bet.
You do that run and you literally, your hands are shaking and you're like, it's a video game. So I know once I get on real track, the emotion and the feeling, and that, for me, like when I was a competition shooter, like I did pistol and rifle shooting, bro, that was
another hobby.
That was my outlet, bro, for a long time. Like it was like, shit's kind of crazy. Let me just go blow off some steam. You know what I mean? And it was not the rush of jumping out of a plane, but it was enough for me to go, all right, I feel better after that.
Well, you're also being present.
And you're
in all those things we're talking about.
Exactly.
You can't be thinking about the bills. Yeah. You can't be thinking about the argument with the wife. You have to be present.
And that's the thing, right? Like if you can actually detach from all the shit going on around you, focus on one thing, even if it be for a few minutes a day, hour a day, whatever. Dude, it's probably one of the healthiest outlets.
It clears the clutter a bit.
Free self-care. It is literal free self-care.
Yeah.
Find something you enjoy, and it doesn't have to be building a race car, jumping out of a plane, traveling to far off lands. Literally find something you enjoy sitting right in your comfort of your home. Yeah. And do it for 30 minutes a day.
And hopefully something that you have to be present with.
My wife's
if it's fucking Tetris.
My wife's the exact opposite of me to a fault. She has 0 hobbies. I'm the hobby guy. I have 100. She has none. And we're getting better. Like I'm starting to because the problem is now my schedule's so full with shit that I do. It's later, and we do a lot together that we have hobbies that we enjoy together, but she doesn't have much that she is just she doesn't have anything really. She's just super passionate.
Yeah, I get that.
That's fine.
Because
she's super passionate about her career and
her stuff that there's not a direct hobby for. That's where I have passion, but just not placed anywhere specific.
Her passion is which I respect about her. Her passion is her career. Like for me, my passion is all this side hustle shit and all stuff that isn't my day job. Like I do my day job because I have to, and it's my shop. You know what I mean? Half the time I show up just because I feel like if I don't, somebody's gonna be like, "What
it's a bad look." Yeah.
So. Her it is her fucking thing, and she's damn good at her job.
Yeah.
But I want her to have something outside of that. Because the problem is when the weekend comes and I'm on my sim all day for a drift competition, it takes 8 hours. She's on her phone or fucking petting the dog or whatever. I'm like, nah, dude, you gotta find something you enjoy. You have the means, the funds, the time, blah blah blah. So that's my new goal going into the new year. Paul's taken care of. He's got enough shit.
And it is hard. It is hard when you're not, because I can relate to that. Like my one friend told me, he's like, I was bitching about the fact that I don't have any hobbies, and he's like, what are you talking about? And it's so interesting hearing how other people view you.
Oh yeah. Somebody else's perception or the outside perspective is usually always the exact opposite of your own perception.
Different.
Right?
I'm bitching about how
our perception, I like to think I have good self-esteem and a good perception and awareness and all. But there are times, bro, where I'm sure I dog the shit out of myself, and the next guy's like,
especially with yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We're all
you can't
we're
see
all
the
our
forest
own
when you're in the
worst
trees.
critic, and our own biggest fan sometimes. You know what I mean?
And I was bitching to him about I don't have any hobbies, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I just don't have any hobbies." Like, he's into cars and shit like that. Typical stuff. Not typical, but like normal, regular shit that guys are into. And I'm like, I'm just not into sports, not into cars, not into. And he's like, you're into the coolest hobby ever, which is like self-improvement. And I liked that he said that. I was like, wow, that's really sweet of you to say.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's cool about that hobby is it looks different all the time.
Correct.
It's all this different stuff.
It's ever evolving, ever changing, and you can mold it to what you want it to be.
True. It's just I wish that there was something that was like, here it is, and this is it. And here's my community, because it's so different, and every community I'm in, I'm never really a part of. I'm just kind of peripheral.
What I have found, sometimes it literally takes starting a community. If you can't find, like, I've been my wife says this about me. Like, I'm one of those people, I can walk into a room full of people I don't know, and I'm like, by the time I'm leaving, bro, there's gonna be 5 people here I don't like, and I'm friends with everybody else. Like, we're homied up. She's the opposite. Like, she's gotta really fucking ease into it. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm the kind of guy, if I get there and the community is not shit, nah, bro, we're gonna take the couple good ones. And we're going, the old Jerry Maguire scene. Who's coming with me? That kind of. So for you, you have the personality for. I'm sure, like, you have that kind of
cult leader vibe.
And I wouldn't even say that. Oh, he's very persuasive. But no, you do. You're charismatic. You know what I mean? Like, you could get, like, if you approach me on the street, I got a pitch, I want you to hear it. Yeah, I'll fucking stop and listen to you. There's other people I'm like, nah, bro, get the fuck away from me. Like, so no, I think sometimes you'll find in life, like, you have to start the party.
Right. It's like, I don't even know what the party would be there. People would be like, Justin, we'll follow you. What do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking, lay down.
I mean,
I don't have a thing.
So obviously you have the podcast shit, but like, if actual self-care and self-improvement is something you're 100% passionate about, then dude, you literally, all of the platforms are out there. Like, I missed the day in school where they were like, oh, you can be a TikTok sensation or YouTube star. Like, it was doctor, lawyer, astronaut type shit for me. So it's there literally for you. And literally, if you, like, because you already have the podcast shit going and all that, bro, you could make a spin-off Instagram channel that you don't even have to use your real fucking name and literally start,
about doing a faceless name.
Yeah, like, you could literally just come up with a brand, something care, something, whatever the fuck. I'm not the greatest.
The Care Bears.
Yeah, baby Care Bears. What's up? But yeah, no, and dude, you could, the amount of potential hits, right? For all the misses are fucking incredible out there. Like, there are people that will be into, like we talked about earlier, into anything. You just got to do it. Like, literally, you'll do. I've been documenting my one car I'm building. I could have done like everybody else, made a YouTube channel, which I did at first, but it hasn't been active in a year. Like, built these long-winded build videos, blah blah blah, this and that. One day my buddy asked me a question, so I did like a short form, held my phone video, 3 minutes, blah blah blah. He was like, you should put that on your Instagram. So I just started every day, like, I'll do a little bit of something to my car and I'll make a 3-minute video
about what you did.
Every day I get more and more and more views and likes. And I put 0 production value. It's literally me, sweaty, out of breath, holding a camera. You don't see my face. Half the time it's shaky as fuck. You can't understand what I'm saying. And my view count's climbing just off of putting videos out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I was early on, somebody told me, if you do something long enough, you're going to find success. Literally. Like, if you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and you're going to eventually find success in it. So for you, just pick something and fucking start grinding.
Hammer it home.
Hammer it home, baby.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Dude. I appreciate you.
This has been great.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy, right?
Yeah,
organic, chopped it up. You got a memory about me? We used to get drunk in school or something?
I
remember you from back in the day.
I know. So we're reaching back in the file 20 plus years. I know there was a time you and I, don't remember because I know it was a small group of people, down by the gym at Northeast, right? You could put a fucking pencil in the door and it wouldn't shut on you. And we would run out to the parking lot between the Popeyes in the Northeast and fucking
drink,
swig the bottle, or go back to school, whatever. Like, I'm sure I know I remember you from like the high school parties.
Yeah.
I was in driving school with your older sister, which is kind of crazy.
Shout out to Sarah.
Yeah, she's a couple of years older than us, right?
She's a year older than me.
Oh, just a year. Yeah. Okay, so then so all right. I don't know why I thought she was older than that, but either way.
Boring.
So we were in driving school together. I do because I was like, holy shit, you're Justin's sister, and you guys are kind of like opposite ends of the, like, she's a little more
She's a
mellow
good
and
person.
reserved. I wasn't gonna say that. She's just a little more mellow and reserved
Yeah.
and quiet, and
Yeah.
from what I remember.
Yeah.
Sound like a fucking stalker now, but I try to remember people.
No, yeah, they're pretty juxtaposed.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, dude, those are, you know, fond memories of both of you,
Okay,
right?
good.
I don't remember looking back and being like, fuck that
Good.
guy.
I'm never sure.
Mike
When
was always the homie, dude. Our bands played basement shows together, and he
Good
skateboarded with a bunch of people that I was friends with and shit. Billy and
But you're a
Phil
BMXer, so
and
you guys
Really,
weren't
man.
beefing.
I was I was never beat. Dude, like, they all mostly skated like the Pasadena stuff and whatever. Glen Burnie High was big back in the day. We were all going down, like, riding the harbor and going to Charm City and shit like that, you know. So I didn't like, on occasion, I'd be there with BMX guys, and local Pasadena kids would show up at Charm, and I'd be like, "Yo, what up?" You know what I mean? But we were never really ever riding the same spot. Like, we went down to the Lansdowne Bowl, and, you know, lived here and went an hour away to ride. Well, naturally, like.
Do you guys remember the movie Brink?
I
About
do.
rollerblading?
Yeah.
You both?
Yeah.
I love that you both do. It's such a specific
100%.
age
All you have
reference.
to do is do the Nunya thing.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that where Nunya came
I don't
from?
know.
Nunya.
I remember a song from it still to this day. It's insane. But
Also, do better. Why didn't I think of that? Just do better. Just do like the
Is
little
that
girl.
from that?
Yeah, the little girl tells the guy. I think he did like does bad or something, and she's just like,
just do better.
Just do better. And she's just like, oh yeah, dude. Like, why didn't I think of that?
Dude, shout out to Brink, dude. The best rollerblading movie of all time.
Brink was some shit.
Disney
I'm pretty
Channel.
sure Nunya, dude. I think that's where that came from.
I was a
too.
Disney Channel kid over Nickelodeon. But yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Thanks for bringing the beer.
Sure, man.
You're the man. We'll have to have you back on.
Absolutely, yeah.
By the way, this is an episode of If This Doesn't Work, the podcast. Our guest is Paul Mox. And if you don't subscribe, I will literally kill myself.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
If this doesn't work, I'll kill myself.
Damn.